my live?
I think so.
I don't know.
Why is there no video?
There's no video. I'm not sure. I'm just sitting here.
I unplugged the power to this so that I could charge my
phone. I love how the beginning of all my lives looks so amateurish. We're just sitting here. Are we live? Is it working? And there's always a shot of Mr. Crafty's shirt.
In my arm.
Right? I feel like the over. Reset girl, like our lives are like going downhill versus going uphill. We're not aging well, Kelly. All right. Good afternoon. True to form, the Reset Girl is right up against the deadline. We are live at last. It is our Crafty Club PlayBook launch party. And hi, hello.
I was just telling her to make sure her music was
okay. On. So I have Miss Kelly Banks here, here on my phone with me. Hello, Kelly. I'm not. She's like, I'm not FaceTime friendly. I'm not ready for my public. You know how like you have certain friends in life where you like feel comfortable being around each other without makeup, like just being real? Yeah. So sometimes you have those friends that where you would just be like yourself, the way I guess a lot of us, like our husbands, have to look at us. So hi, say playmate, come out and play with me. How are all my friends today? It's like we just saw each other just a couple hours ago. I was wrapping up our Chapel Crafting with Cori live event, and last night we had a Late Night Crafty Club. Apparently that's what I like to do, is stack all the lives together during incredible important launches. So yay. I'm such a good planner girl. You guys, today is an epic day for TRG. We are beginning the new year of the Crafty Club PlayBook. My favorite project I think that I have done, second only to camp. Camp is my, you know, isn't that how we all feel about camp? But if you can't be at camp, it's like a little piece of camp that you're working on throughout the year. And we're going to feel so amazing when we get to sit down and, you know, later this month and like flip through all the seasons that we've worked on this year. I am going to be filming my final flip through of all 4 seasons of my Crafty Club PlayBook and upload that to YouTube, because that's what I'm going to be focused on now, is finishing my playbook. And I am so excited to be, hi.
It's a little jittery. It's a little jittery. I want to restart it.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
You're restarting? Because
hold on.
Lives and technology problems.
They're being tortured with this.
It's
they're
true.
Also probably being tortured.
It's true.
Okay.
I share my problems with you guys. That's how we work. That's what true friendship is.
Sharing your problems. Okay, hopefully this is okay. That seems a little more real time.
I have to laugh at the situation. I'm so thankful for your graciousness, and it's embarrassing at this point of how often stuff like this happens to us. But that is yet another reason why Mr. Crafty and I look forward to being in a house where everything is kind of like established, set. All the equipment lives where it lives, and it just will, you know, I think that's going to be one of the absolute requirements before we even purchase a home, is like, we need to set up the Late Night Crafty Club right here on the property. We need to have a run through before we purchase this house. That's going to be our single criteria. I don't care how many bedrooms it has. I don't.
Your realtor will have that.
I know. This is the top of the list. How good is the Wi-Fi?
Is there a mountain issue?
Exactly. There's trees. They need to come down. I'm going to have a take no prisoners attitude when we go house hunting, ladies. It's all going to be about the Late Night Crafty Club and our live sessions, because, you know, it's 2020. It's going to be a new year for us. So, Mr. Crafty.
Yes.
Again, I'm having an issue with this tablet. The one that's closest to me that I can actually read.
I got you, boo.
Words. Oh my God. Okay, we're just using we don't even have company manners anymore. You're just basically hanging out with me and Kelly and Mark today. as we muddle our way through another launch. Welcome into our humble abode as we try to make it through. Yes, it is official. You guys are actually the ones who are saying it in the chat room. Is the playbook is live. I didn't even get to that part because of all the other entertainment value we have going on here at Cori's desk. Okay, so I know Tracy's like, how about starting your own TV station? I'm thinking we wouldn't last long. Nobody would be down with the speaker network. We would crash and burn right away because we can't even keep a little live video going on our phone. So I don't think that bodes well. Okay. So I know Nikki says, I want what you guys are on. No sleep, Nikki. That's what it is. It's no sleep.
So Brooklyn.
Okay.
Talking song lyrics.
Kelly called it. We're talking in song lyrics today, but only 80s songs. Because you're never going to break my stride. We just wake me up before you go. That's all I ask. Okay. All right, reel it in. Okay, there. I officially have my little lights on because it's a party.
Against all odds, we've made it to the launch.
Kelly said, against all odds, we've made it to the launch. Oh, okay. Yes, I do have something of a delirium laugh going on, but truly, girls, it is only noon here, so I have had just a cup of coffee, cold pizza, and no sleep. It's the recipe. It's the recipe of champions. Okay. All right.
Cool Ranch Doritos and Diet Coke.
There we go. Kelly's had her breakfast of Cool Ranch Doritos and Diet Coke. Welcome to the Reset Girl, where self-care and good health and diets they're prevalent here. So as you can see on our homepage, the wait is over. The Crafty Club Playbook is officially live. Now, I will tell you, as I mentioned this last night, I have a lot of new viewers right now. So right now, you have two options for purchasing. You can buy the book alone, as is your right. If you want to craft alone, if you want to, like, you're a lone ranger of crafting. I called it the Indiana Jones of crafting. If that's who you feel you are, you don't need any hand holding. You don't need our help. It's showing you how to set things up. And by all means, there's plenty of us who are like that. The Crafty Club Playbook solo book with the kit, it is available in our shop. You can access that by going to theresetgirl.com. You will see a gorgeous picture, probably the best picture I've taken. Toot toot, beep, ha ha. I told Kelly that is the most amazing photo, probably like 10 times last night. It really is one of the best photos I've taken. It's so long, and I love it. So it is the eye candy that shows the Crafty Club. So we were joking about how we were tooting our own horns last night as we were working on our landing page. But I want you guys to see the landing page. So you cannot just jump into the store and go buy the book. You actually have to enter a gauntlet. You have to come to my homepage. You have to click the beautiful, gorgeous button and then come on down and read. Be wooed into purchasing, upgrading your order to adding on the workshop. For just $10 more, the workshop can be yours for all time. And you will have not just a workshop that helps you build your Crafty Club playbook, but builds planners, journals in general. So whether you want to, like, junk journals, if you want to do a loose rings or a discbound, we got you. We are showing you how to build dividers, how to build covers, just giving you a taste of what you could do. We do obviously provide, covers. We provided you dividers in your kit, and you can use, I went ahead and walk you through like the entire setup of this playbook, including my fun little cutting mats that I used as covers. You will get all of the deets on this. Each part of it was broken down in a separate video. Caroline did the loose rings version of the book. So you've got 2 different options. If you choose to purchase the workshop, I also provide all of the supplies links to the ingredients, if you will, that you are welcome to use. So it is not a limited time offer. Thank you for asking. This is the new price of the winter playbook, and we're going to see how it goes. But there is no early bird price. There is no get it now. It's going, gone. It is $19.95 for the book and all of the kit that comes with it. And like I said, for $10 more, you can upgrade to the workshop, which I'd highly recommend. And Mr. Crafty and Kelly and I, we built all the pieces, so you can either buy it from the shop solo, or you can upgrade to the workshop version. So there's a lovely landing page to walk you through so that you can ponder that decision and decide, is the workshop for me? Because that's really all the difference is there's a workshop or I just want the book. So
Karen Haynes said, I've already printed.
Karen's like, I'm holding it in my hand. We love you, Karen. Thank you. Yay. Little Miss Harmy says, it's so pretty, but I'm already wooed. In fact, I need to get my YouTube list, my super secret YouTube list, because I believe I have a name to go with that little YouTube persona. I can see I'm flashing you guys. Do I have one? Yes, I do. Joey, thank you. Thank you for being wooed. I have wooed you guys, hopefully. I've bewitched you, body and soul, into purchasing the Crafty Club playbook with the side order of a workshop. So if you want the book and workshop, you must go to Teachable to purchase that. You'll notice that you're being whisked off to a different platform. So we are making changes here at the Reset Girl. We're going to be moving away from our current store and then building whatever possible we'll be building onto Teachable so that you guys have a better experience. If you are trying to purchase the workshop bundle, you're going to hopefully not experience the normal crashes and the spinning blue little circle of death, all those things that you guys often experience with our launches. You should not be going through that on Teachable. And then if you choose to just have the book, that's totally acceptable. That's going to be in our store, but you must go to our homepage to access it. Yay, Anna says, I feel like it's Camp Wannacraft all over again. It totally does feel like that, huh? We do have like a bit of a Camp Wannacraft thing going on. And I think that's kind of going to be my goal this year, is to help keep that playbook in front of you. So when we have summer camp, we're going to be kind of working around our playbook, but then maybe adding extra fun, super secret crafts to it. That could be something we do. So yay, Michelle says she just signed up for the workshop and she's ready to print her playbook. Miss Planner Stuff, the workshops are all pre-recorded videos. So they are not the lives. They are pre-recorded. There's no foolishness going on. Everything's been edited. So yes, that's a very good question.
You see what B said? B said, go back and read the awesome dash page, what we call the landing page.
Oh yes, please visit the landing page. Kelly and I were in fits and giggles last night, creating that, and it just I love it. I think it's one of the best things that we have ever created on our website, and honestly, I feel like it totally sets you up for what the Crafty Club playbook is like this year, because we do have a lot of that same artwork, that same fun is actually in the book this time. And for those of you who have not seen a flip through, I will be doing that for you as well. I am going to be, like I said, jumping into my regular Crafty Club playbook for 2019 to complete that. And so we can all be crafting together once you do your purchasing, if that's what you choose to do. I am trying to find, using my very highly organized book, I'm going to show you, like, this is the new documented spread. And you'll notice that these delicious, can't find, this is Debbie Reynolds, I think. But these delicious ladies are part of the landing page, you'll notice. Yay, Shar says the look and the feel of the landing page is awesome. Thank you. Ray says the landing page is adorable. And I'm not just saying that because my testimony got chosen. So there are some testimonials listed there. You can see how other women felt about the playbook. If you've never pulled the trigger before, I highly encourage you to do that. This is the playbook is a very much a little, what would you call that? The little pinnacle of our crafting activities in the Crafty Club. That's why it's the Crafty Club PlayBook. It's its own little book just for the Crafty Club. But of course, if you're watching this as a replay on my YouTube channel, you don't have to be part of the Facebook group to join in the fun. You obviously can watch my live shows from YouTube, and you can also watch my pre-recorded videos when I make them about my progress in the playbook as well. So there's always that. I watch lots of YouTube, so I still feel like I'm part of things if I'm not in a Facebook group. That's kind of like just a nice to have. And it's also something that I encourage people for sharing in the group, their spreads. And you'll notice when you print out your book, the pages at the very bottom, whether it's a single page or a spread, they have a little tiny checkbox here, and it says, shared this page in the Crafty Club. So it's a little feature to just kind of remind you, like, yeah, I'm supposed to be sharing these things and showing people how I did the page. And it's like a little check off reminder to yourself, like, oh yeah, I shared this one already. Because sometimes we can forget what we shared and didn't share. And then the other fun little feature also to kind of push you in that direction is this fun little skinny divider. It's actually a posting reminders bookmark, and it has a tab that you attach. And this also lists out, these represent the specific posts that we put in the Crafty Club with the date on them that says from this date to this date, share your pages. So you have all week long to share the pages that you create. Now, the difference this time around, which is really fun, is there'll be a lot more variety in what people share because there is no restriction any longer about how the pages are laid out. All the activity pages are grouped together. All the art journaling pages are grouped together. All the memory keeping pages are grouped okay, you roll that one back. One of the suggestions that I have for people is adding pocket pages, and this is your memory keeping section. So that's a whole section. So whatever you are working on that week is what you share. We no longer have like week 1 art journaling, week 2 memory keeping. It's not like that anymore. The only areas of the book that you will have kind of like a time frame on is there is like the winter bucket list, the winter highlights. What did you do this winter? And then your winter inspiration board. I really love this feature. I love kind of like building my visual of what a winter would look like to me. And then here's what you're going to document during January. You're going to just make notes of like what you were eating, what you were watching, how did you self-care this month? So this is the only time specific part of the playbook now. And then you have a memory keeping spread as well for your January. So there's 2 months of the memory keeping and documenting because we're changing up the each season. It's a different range of months now. So from going forward, winter will have December, January, and February. Obviously, we're working in our December month from our 2019 book, so it didn't make sense to duplicate that, so I'm just dropping it. So you'll just have the 2 months to focus on, and then you'll have activity pages that you can work on whenever you feel like, oh, I feel like art journaling today, so I'm going to jump into those pages. I'm going to walk you through this now that it is live, that you will be able to see how the book has been set up, in addition to making it smaller and more compact. It's a little more sleek. It's sleek to give you the opportunity to fluff it up. And it's going to be easier to transport it, carry it. Let me demonstrate what I mean. I plan on having 4 separate playbooks this year. So each book I'm going to fluff up and make each book its own separate little world. I want to document what happened in my winter time, what happened in my springtime. And I like this idea, this seasonal approach so much. It's how I'm going to build content for our community. So I just love that. You can separate your planner pages that way. You can add planner pages if you want to, or, journaling, your diary. Let me show you. This would not be conducive to walking around with, nor can I add anything else to it. This is all 4 seasons of the playbook in one ginormous 30-pound book. Like I could do stretches.
It's arm day.
I could work it out with my arms, my shoulders. It's heavy stuff. It's heavy. When you compare it to the little sleek, small, let me try this. Okay. Now it's sleek and small right now, right? The job is for you to fluff it up. And I won't, I'm not going to pretend. I like things fluffy and I cannot lie. So here was my summer junk journal. And this is what I want to see. Like this is my goal for every playbook is I want them to be fluffy. This book is so thick I had to put it on small washi rings because I couldn't find smaller regular binder rings. So if you do the loose rings version of the playbook, it could potentially look like this. And you could, hopefully your rings will be smaller, but you have the potential to have a nice big fluffy thick book that you can do all the things in. And that's what we'll talk about like throughout the year. When the spring comes, there will be a new playbook, a new workshop, and each workshop is designed to kind of like build upon the next. So I'm not going to make how to build your book each time. If you didn't, if you missed that, if you join us later, if you're watching this later and you didn't get to see, you didn't buy a winter playbook, you'll have the opportunity to go back and purchase the workshop separately just so that you can learn the foundation of, well, this is how you build the playbook. So that will always, we will offer an a la carte workshop option shortly, and then you'll just have those. So whether you join us now or do it later, you'll have the chance to purchase that separately in the future. And then in the spring, we might focus on an entirely different part of building your playbook. Maybe it'll be something that might be completely related to other topic that you're going to add to your playbook. You never know. Inspiration is everywhere. I get inspired by lots of different things. So, oh my goodness gracious. I feel like I'm doing so much talking. Okay. So some of you, okay, I'm just noticing a couple comments. There were some people that purchased it before it was ever actually like live and ready to go. We had to do something to like access it. And I guess maybe that made it live and it made it viewable to some people, but it wasn't really actually published yet. So I'm not sure. Mr. Crafty might have refunded people to try to undo that. And then you'd have to purchase it again. I am not sure. You might need to email slapithi@theresetgirl.com to, if you were one of those people. Mr. Crafty, would you like to weigh in on that?
I did not refund people. Some people were disenrolled and then re-enrolled, but I have re-enrolled them. So if they can't access it, email the help desk.
So Mr. Crafty did not refund people. He disenrolled those people and then re-enrolled those people when it actually went live. So if something went awry in that step and you simply can't click on see the videos, because this process should be very simple. The teachable interface is actually quite lovely. When you get into the class, you'll see all of the videos are listed out there, and one of them is not actually a video, it's actually your course. I'm sorry, it's your playbook materials. So you should be able to see all of that like that. If you do not, if you were one of those people that went through that process this morning, thinking it was live and it really wasn't, you can always contact the help desk. Oh, yes. So then next, the next little mention I wanted to say is, if you are a letter size person and you still want the big book, there are a couple tips included in the printing directions. We are not supporting the letter size playbook. So the materials that was made for the kit, they were sized to fit in here. So all of the like fiddling around you might need to do to get it to be larger would be something that you would need to do on your own if you want to do that. And that's kind of the the Indiana Jones kind of crafting attitude that many people have is like, well, I'll figure it out. So it might be a figure it out situation for you, but there is like at least the percentage to try at. All printers are different, so it's very hard to be super specific. But the printing instructions do have a little tip for those people who want to go back to the letter size. So that is still an option. Thank you, Kimberly. She says she loves my shirt. This is actually, I have pajamas on. I put on pajamas. As if you were watching my live earlier this morning, you would know that I was actually dressed in real clothes, and then I put pajamas on. These are my fancy pajamas. Because I thought, you know, it's doing the Crafty Club launch party, and we should be crafting in jammies. That's kind of the uniform of the Reset Girl community. That's how I feel about it. Jen says, Teachable is awesome. I've participated in a bunch of courses on that platform. Me too. I have purchased many workshops on the Teachable platform. So it is kind of cool to be using that, and it will be very simple. It'll be simple for us. Our Reset University that many of you experienced for the last couple camps, that is extremely complex. We have to use like that whole class was coded for us, and then we had a person who knew how to code. They're the ones that kind of set up the classroom environment, not the map with the cute little map that you guys would experience. We're going to have a map again for the Harmony Retreat, but it was hard, and Mr. Crafty and I no longer have that support, so we kind of had to figure out, well, maybe we should just go about this a different way, and let's try and do something that a lot of other people do, and we'll make it work. So that is what we're doing. Kathleen says we need Crafty Club PJs. Kelly, make a note. So yay. Okay. So I know a lot of you are a lot of you are still running around doing your Christmas preparation and all that. So I appreciate each and every one of you that has chosen to make this part of your Saturday afternoon. And we're going to get crafty and not just talk about the new playbook, but the one that's going, the one that we need to cover to get ourselves all caught up and ready, and we can jump in. So there is no for those of you who are asking about the bundle, there is no cutoff. There's no, I'm not changing where the prices do not change. So everything we've done before, we are not doing that anymore. We're not doing early bird pricing, and we're not changing anything. So the price that you see is what it is. It's not going up. So just, I know that many of you have to budget with Christmas around the corner. So here's a couple things. We are not launching anything at the end of December. There is no monthly collection or anything else that's going to tempt you in any way. So you can simply get your playbook, and it comes with a really big kit. In the past, we've given you 3 to 4 pages. This time we've given you many pages. There are over 60 embellishments included with this playbook. We are including full color dividers, tabs. You have bookmarks. You have a cute little, I'm going to show it to you all, but you have a little mini cover printable. You have little photo embellishments. You have honeys. You have pocket cards. You are all set. Like, you don't need another collection. You don't need any of that. So I just want you to know you don't have to worry a lot about, like, well, how do I budget? What are they going to come up with next? There's FOMO be gone, because there is nothing else that we're going to do. The next launch on the horizon is on January 4th. We are going to, the Harmony Retreat will be for sale. It'll have 1 week of an early bird price, and then it will launch and be live on January 25th. So that gives you a nice, I feel like a nice leeway in between this month and next month of like paychecks, because I have been a paycheck to paycheck life girl my almost my entire adult life. So I totally get that. So I don't want to cause any more stress for you guys. So we are just, our new attitude. If you missed our live last night, I told all of you in our State of the Union address that next year is going to be, the word is less. So less. We are going to focus in excellence on a few things, including workshops, our camp retreats, and the playbook. And we will be launching a faithful version of the playbook this year. So that's it. So you'll notice that leaves out other things. So there's not going to be monthly collections. Oh, I'm sorry. And we're bringing back physical product. So we need to restructure, reorganize. So the beginning of 2020, it's going to be very at the Reset Girl. Our communities, both of them, we're going to be, the content we put out is going to be about creating harmony in your life, nice balance, focusing on our creativity. How can I help you do that? We're going to have a declutter day on January 4th, where I'm going to flip my camera on and just start tearing apart my room. It's very tidy, but I know that it needs a refresh because there's stuff that I have never reached for once in the last two years, I'll say. Like, I feel like I've been crafting really strong in this RV for 2 years. The first year, not so much. So I know this all needs a refresh. So I want to help you with that as well, so we can all start our year in a really good frame of mind. We've taken care of the roadblocks that prevent us from crafting consistently. And with this new format, this is going to be easier than ever to complete. We've taken some of the content down, so you have less to fill out, and we've made things more optional. So if you just want to do your playbook pages, there are 45 pages of that you would fill out on your own, and the rest of it is optional. So adding things like pocket pages, mixed media, graph paper, scripture writing, all of that is optional. You can just stick to this, and it's really not a ton of work. And so that is another form of us trying to help you and not feel like you have so much to do. Deborah says, I even cleaned up part of my dining room table for this launch. Wow, we get part of Deborah's real estate of her dining room. I love it. So that's what I want you guys to kind of be focused on. Is I want to kick off things on January 4th, not just like launching the Harmony Retreat for sale, but also like, what can we do? Let's brainstorm. I'm going to ask you guys questions so you guys can help each other. Let's brainstorm ideas for our friends that don't necessarily have craft rooms. And sometimes when you have a craft room, it doesn't necessarily mean you craft in it. It can become a storage center, a hoarding place. Kelly, you spend most of your day in your room, huh? Your room's really cute. How much crafting do you do in your room?
Not much.
Not much.
But a little bit.
A little bit. So I'm thinking that for those of us, who don't have our own dedicated craft room, there are options. I mentioned this last night. If you didn't join me last night, if you were not able to, please go back and watch like the first 30 minutes of that live, because I go through in much more detail about where we've been and where we're going and why are we making these changes. And it might interest you to know. I like to share my heart so you guys understand that we're not just like a company or a brand. Like, me and Mark are real people like you, and you're part of our, our family, and we adjust our lives for this. Like, this is a part of our life, and not in like, I don't ever want it to be like I'm doing house tours of my palatial home like so many YouTubers do, but more like we're crafting together, we're friends together, we're like doing all these things together. I want to start doing like skincare videos and get unready with me. Like, let's do our self-care routine together. We craft together, let's do self-care routine. All of us at our ages should be having a skincare routine. We should be talking about having more balance and what self-care tips and things do we do. That is a part of the Reset community, because we're in general, I know there is a gamut of ages, but in general we kind of lie for the most part on one part of the spectrum. So I feel like I can make broad statements pretty fairly. If I have some 20-year-olds or some younger 30-year-olds, welcome, and I'm glad you're here. And sometimes it's good to hear from women a couple decades older. So you realize like, hey, I should have a skincare routine. Hey, I should be making self-care a priority. You know, I've always appreciated the wisdom of older women. I've always gravitated towards them as friends. One of the things that links so many of us together is the fact many of us are introverts. A lot of us have a lot of commonality in our interests, and there's some of us have fun lives outside of being crafters. I think Melanie mentioned, that she's a farmer, that she spends a big part of her day being covered in hay and poop. And so the Crafty Club PlayBook allows her to feel girly. That was like so touching. So we made sure to put that testimonial up, because isn't that cool to think that some of us are we don't live in the suburbs and have like, you know, typical lives, the average American life. Some of us have, you know, live outside of that. And I think farmer life is extraordinary. It's very different. So that was really super awesome to have that perspective included. And Miss Deb yes, the playbook is in the shop now. However, you can't not access it from the shop. You have to go to theresetgirl.com and see our gorgeous landing page. So you click that big, beautiful picture, the big, beautiful picture at the top of the page. Yeah. And then go through.
The year 2023, I'm going to be hearing about that photo.
Kelly, do you remember 2 years ago when I took that amazing picture? I think it's funny, you guys. Doing the Reset Girl, I have taken all of our product photos for years, like spreading everything out lovingly, like taking pictures of it from all the angles. And I stopped doing that as much with the digital product. It's just not fun to photograph. It's not, I don't know what it is, but I changed my printer paper, and it made the biggest difference. And I cut everything out this time. I usually didn't have time to do that before. And I think that is the difference. It is just glorious. The lighting was excellent. We cleared off my desk. We photographed it up here. And it brought back my love of the photography thing again. You know, that's something I used to passionately love doing. And so just looking at this, I'm like, oh, that's just, it's everything. It's all the feels, Kelly. It's hashtag winter mood. It's so yummy.
Humble brag.
Isn't it? That's humble bragging, Kelly said. So for those of you wondering who I'm talking to, I have Kelly, she says she's not company ready, but I'm putting her on blast here, showing everyone our FaceTime going on. But she's sitting here on my desk, working on our social media graphics as I speak. So, and then she says she's officially off the clock. Aren't you over the time right now?
I'm clocking out right now.
Didn't you say you were clocking out at 1 and now it's like 1? Is it 1:40 your time?
I just did social media stuff.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Where can I find it?
In the Facebook group.
Okay. Oh, it's already I posted it. Well, I hope I said something good, Kelly.
You were busy, so I helped you out.
Okay. Kelly says I was busy.
Go read it.
Okay. So let's all go to the Facebook group and see.
For all to hear.
Kelly put. Gosh. Everyone needs to hear my awesome writing. I'm just kidding.
I didn't write very much.
So you guys are the first to get the playbook, to know that it's like up and at 'em, because we were so behind in everything that we didn't even have social media graphics going. So there she is. Kelly Bangs posted 8 minutes ago. Girls, the Winter Crafty Club Playbook and Workshop is live. There it is. And there's the glorious picture. Okay.
Tis glorious.
Tis glorious indeed. There it is. The wait is over. I know all of you guys were wondering, when is it happening? When is it coming? Some of you were losing sleep at night. So there you go. It's alive and well. And I appreciate so much your purchases and your support of it. I think this is, yes, so Mr. Crafty just posted in the group. It's under the Reset Girl in the craft. Sorry, I keep calling it the craft room, the chat room. I tested a photo paper the other day that I wish I had done this sooner. I'm going to do a video comparing and showing you different printer paper, printer paper and photo paper. I want to show you some of like my picks, but I found this $5 pack of photo paper. It's matte photo paper. It is thin. It's not like, it's a cross between 32 pound and like the thinnest cardstock. So it's in between there. It's definitely not thick. However, it is as spectacular as the Moab paper that I have been using and recommending, which is spendy. I've bought it now twice and I'm kind of like, yikes, I don't want to keep spending this amount of money on my paper. So that's what kind of propelled me to go start testing. $5 for 50 sheets, everybody. So this is the paper that I'm going to be promoting till the cows come home and telling you this is what you want to do if you're investing in. And if you don't own a printer, Christmas is around the corner. This is a great time to ask for a printer. Photo printers are so inexpensive these days. And at this time of the year, everyone puts them on sale. They put different printers on sale. There are photo ink, like the ink tanks that you can, that's very interesting, Mark, that now all of a sudden, as I've been promoting that paper, it suddenly jumps up in price. It's like the minions are like, oh, this one's selling really well. We should increase that price. Just like the stupid little punch. The one that's like, this is amazing punch. We're going to design everything to this punch. And then as soon as everyone bought them all, they're like, yeah, we're done selling these. We're out. So, okay.
This punch is dead to me.
That stinks. Okay. It wasn't on sale. It was like not a sale price. It was like,
maybe I linked the wrong one.
Okay, Mr. Crafty says maybe he linked the wrong one. We shall see.
Maybe I did the second one you bought.
I bought two types and one was more expensive. I wanted to see if the expense of it was worth, like maybe the quality would be so vastly different. But that $5 pack of photo paper was a champ. In fact, a lot of the stuff you see in this photo that I took was printed on it. We tested quite a few types of paper. So now I feel like, you know what, this would be a great video is to talk about this, because as crafters and as somebody who has a digital store and as people who shop other digital places, this is worth looking at. Like, this is worth looking and trying. And I don't think the average person wants to go waste money on paper. So I'm willing to go do that so that I can help you guys. Because I really don't like recommending expensive products. It's not, unless it's like something I can really justify. I really don't like doing that. And I feel like paper, there's probably something less expensive than the Moab. Okay, Suzanne says she got it for $4.99 last night. So Mr. Crafty posted it again. So try the link he just posted. He might have grabbed the wrong product, because I ordered a bunch of photo paper and he just might have grabbed the wrong one, because you can't see the price on it when you look at your order history. So Paula, they are on my faves. I went and updated my favorites page, so the paper I'm talking about is on there, and it even says budget friendly. I posted it on my favorites page. I included it in, if you purchase the workshop, it's also in those links as well. So I made sure to do that. Daphne is saying, hi, Mom. So if Daphne's mom is in the group, she's saying hello. So Kathy, thank you, girl. She just confirmed it is $4.99 right now on Amazon. So Mr. Crafty might have linked the wrong one. So there is a $4.99. That is the right link, Deborah says. Okay. The right link is in the group. Well done, Mr. Crafty. Well done. Oh, Sherry's like, hi, sweet pea. That's so cute. I love that. Isn't sweet pea like the cutest word to call a little kid? Well, I feel like you really can call a little girl that. I don't know. I don't have boys. So I don't know. Kelly, have you ever called your son sweet pea?
No, but I do really like it.
Isn't it cute?
I ended up calling him Bud, which is really lame if you think about it, but it just happened. Bud, what are you doing?
It's true. I feel like little boys, like my little nephew, I started calling him Bubba. I think a lot of little boys are called Bubba, Bud, because it's like they might be a brother.
I called them Little Man a lot. Hey, Little Man.
Hey, Little Man.
That's really cute to me.
And you also called him Chubs.
Chunks, yeah.
Oh, Chunks.
He was a chunky little guy.
Okay. So Lisa's asking, do I need to buy a Happy Planner punch for my playbook? If you choose to do disc bound, you will need a disc bound punch. I do talk about this in the workshop. I talk to you guys. I'm very forthright about it. If you choose to do the disc bound, in my opinion, it is a bigger investment money-wise. And I wouldn't, okay, and I'm not saying this to diss on Happy Planner in any way, but I'm going to be, I'm very like blunt. The Happy Planner punch, in my opinion, is not a good punch to invest in. It is designed for punching paper and like a few sheets at a time. I have heard many of my community members say my punch broke when I tried to punch laminate. And because there's so many things that, you know, you can do in your playbook once you have it, I really want you to have something that's versatile. So my recommendation is investing in a heavy duty disc bound punch. Heavy duty is what you would find in the office supply store. So this is a brand that Office Depot doesn't sell anymore. I've had this punch 10 years. 11 years. I bought this punch in 2008. It still punches like a champ. It has never caused me issues. I've punched through chipboard and a thick laminate, like the 10 mil laminate. You cannot do that with the Happy Planner punch. You will break it. And that's sad to me. I know people get excited because they have that 40% off coupon. And so they'll buy it from the craft store, but it is really good for paper and it doesn't punch the same as other punches. Happy Planner has a very, if you were to look at the punch like a little mushroom, the stem is very tall. If you look at this punch and you look at the little punches, you know, like little mushrooms, this has got a very short stem. So you'll have your Happy Planner materials will kind of stick out more, and then your other materials will come in more. So you'll have, it won't be consistent. So Happy Planner has a very specific punch. And again, I do not recommend it for general crafting purposes. It is only good for punching paper. That is my PSA today on disc bounds. But Staples has, there's a Levenger punch. Staples has the arc punch. Now you can get the tool punch. And I did link the tool punch in the workshop. And I believe that Tool finally put some of their products on Amazon. I have seen it on Amazon. I bought mine, or I've seen them on the Office Depot website, and I've seen them be as inexpensive as, I want to say I've seen it go down as low as $24 on sale, and then it can be as high as $37. But I've had this for, you know, over 2008, yeah, over 10 years now. So that's a wise investment, in my opinion. I used to punch tons of Office. Like when I bought it, I was using it constantly. So this thing has had a workout. That's all I want to say. So yay. So you can choose loose rings or you can choose disc bound. So it is your choice. These size papers do not fit in a 6x8 kind of album. That will not, I don't think that's a good option because the paper's taller. It won't quite fit. So that's why I just have the two recommendations. But if you want to go up to letter size and then you want to stick it in a 3-ring binder, you can certainly do that. I don't want to tell you your business, but those are the two easiest methods that I could think of to just roll out there. Disc bound requires a bit more, you know, it is a bit more expensive. You do have to buy discs for it. And then discs there's different type of discs. I do not like plastic discs. Sam, I am.
I've got rainbow ones. Remember?
Yes.
I can interrupt you to tell you that.
Are they metal or plastic?
Metal.
Okay. So there are more metal disc options now on the market. The Happy Planner metal size was the largest size I could find in metal. The largest ones. Now this is the problem. They don't actually put this name or size on this package. It just says metal discs. Amazon is the one that said these are the large. So what I bought, what I linked in the workshop links, this is the large one. So there's a little mini, there's a standard classic, and then there's these large ones if you have a big book. And they're big. They're big kahunas. They're like a inch and 3/4. There are other large ones. Staples Arc has 1.5 inches. So if you plan, like, so discs, there are some pros and cons to discs. You are limited. I think with the loose rings, you have way more options in how big it is. You only need to use 2, and you need a single hole punch, preferably a heavy duty single hole punch. I did link this one. This is the We Are Memory Keepers. This is another awesome tool if you're going to be a girl who makes albums, mini books, and that's the kind of stuff I want to, I want to help you put this to work. I'm not suggesting things that will just languish around. We're going to do different activities that will put things to work, but you can find really large binder rings too. And these are less expensive. A pack of these can be like $20 more. Levenger has the most expensive, but these might have probably been about $22, I would say. The Happy Planner ones can be, the very largest can be, I think I've paid $11, $12 for them. So think about that. I have, this is the box I linked in the workshop. And these are these gorgeous rose gold rings. Look how many I have in here. And I paid, I think, $8 for all of these. And there's lots and lots of, like, these are the large ones. There's little ones. And then there's a medium-sized one. You could make like 50 playbooks of differing sizes with these. There's a lot of options in here. There's 3 sizes, but it doesn't, 50 pieces. There's 50 pieces and 3 sizes. So that's one method to think about. And I did list what, like, the basic things you would need for both. I gave you the discs. I talked about the punch, and then, you'll need something heavy that can punch through lamination and chipboard. And I only say that because those are super common materials that you could make covers with, is having lamination. And whether you laminate it or you give it to Office Depot to laminate, you have like up to like a 10 millimeter lamination, and that's pretty thick. So I tried to think through what options you guys would have and what I would recommend. And simply to get this done in the quickest way possible, those are what I would suggest to you. So, you definitely have, I feel, more freedom and less expense with loose rings. Disc bounds, the disc bound style, there are different brands, different punches. They might not all be consistent. So, but I made mine disc bound just so that we had 2 visual examples. So Caroline did loose rings and I did the disc bound. Next time around, I'll probably do loose rings. But I'm not even convinced I'm gonna do this yet. I'm still wondering. I was thinking about gifting this to my mom for Christmas because I showed it to her, and the first thing she said is, "Well, where's my copy?" Even though I have a feeling she won't do anything with it. It'll sit on her shelf along with everything else I've given her. But she has a craft room now. I love that my mom says she has a craft room. That just melts my heart. So I'm hoping.
Set up a secret day where your aunties come over and they can all craft together.
Right? She's getting her guest room set up in the back, so now she'll have that, more of that. And then all my aunties came on the cruise. So they all were given craft supplies. I hooked them all up with stuff. So she would have a crafty friend, not to mention her daughter. So yes, I am considering gifting mine to my mom and making a loose rings version because I got junk journal fever. So, hi Dawn. I see your little face. I see that you have a blue wrench for smoting.
Dawn says, I have to go grocery shopping. I'll be back later. Oh wait, never mind. I'm staying.
I think Dawn and Serenity definitely should be smoters. Miss Dawn and Miss Serenity, members of our community, were official roller derby girls in their professional roller derby girls. So if anyone is a blue wrench smoter, it should be them. They would be like hip checking people, giving them a little elbow. Get out of here.
Where's someone with that blue wrench?
You little punk. So far, Our YouTube channel has been, our YouTube chat room has been very pleasant. We had no issues this morning, no trolls, and so far so good that I've noticed. I haven't seen any smoting happening. Maybe our trolls are really more about late night activity and not, and they're not really in the morning. They've been up all night harassing people.
Yeah, they've been up all night. They gotta get their sleep.
between all the gaming that they're doing and messing around trolling people on YouTube.
Between all their not working full-time
Exactly.
jobs.
I'm convinced these are all a gang of 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
I am convinced. Okay. I am drinking, getting my sips in. Hi, Miss Sharon. So please come visit us on theresetgirl.com. Please, please, please. And just jump in and to the landing page at the very top. There's a big old button. Click that and it'll take you down. I don't want to just tell you the price. I want you to see the glory and see all the details and then make your decision. Which one do you want to do? There's 2 products for sale and that way you can see. I encourage everybody in the chat room who sees anybody asking, you know, about a single detail, like go to the landing page, go see, because then other questions you might have are answered. And then you can see like, what am I offering? There's just more to it than just a book this time. And, you know, and mostly I just want to dazzle you with our graphic design. Kelly and I are really proud of this landing page. Everybody go, go to the page, behold. Michelle says, I just bought the playbook and workshop. Thank you, girl. Okay, let me see here. Where's my YouTube list? Did I just put it away? Okay. I just saw one of our members say that her mom was on the T-Birds roller derby team when she was younger. Oh, you know what? I don't actually have your YouTube name. And you're so sweet, Miss Styles for Smiles. You always give me sweet comments on my videos when I actually post them. I'm adding you to my list. Anyone who would like to be on my list, please share your actual Barb. Thank you, Barb. Styles for Smiles. Okay. I am keeping a little list here. If you're using like a super secret YouTube name where it's not really your name, like the Life Facilitator, I'm Rachel, which I love that name, by the way, Miss Rachel. I just think that sounds so life coachy. The Life Facilitator. Kelly just laughed that in. I laughed that one up. I'm not sure why. Yes, Miss Leslie, I got you, girl. You're on my list. I really like calling you guys by your real names if I can. But if you like, you know, if you like staying under the radar, that's fine. No pressure.
Earlier there was someone whose name was Ray something, and she said she was one of the testimonies, but there was no Ray.
I think it's a Rachel. Is there a Rachel?
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Kel Latz. And thank you. Kathy says that she's just visited the landing page for the 4th time. Thank you, Miss Kathy.
Oh.
There'll be a little something extra in your paycheck. There's Katie. Yep. Every time you guys visit our page, we get like $20. So keep it coming, girls. Keep it coming. Just kidding. We don't get anything. Me and Kelly are just we're just sleep deprived and super proud of that that landing page.
Maybe a little too much.
Okay. Oh, there you go. She says it's actually my term for taking care of my husband and I. I think that's brilliant. Yesterday, no joke, I went to Mr. Crafty and I said, can you be the adult today? Can you make sure I have at least one meal today? Can you arrange that? Whatever it takes, wherever you have to go, just make sure I eat one meal today. So sometimes I have to ask him to adult. Sometimes, and I do the adulting when we don't have launches, when things are quieter. So I do the cooking and stuff. I do. But sometimes, you know, yay, see it was Rachel. And I just saw something. Miss Logan said Anne is the same as Logan Wilhelm. Okay. See, you're always Logan in my head, but really you're Anne. All this time you've secretly been Anne. I feel like I don't even know you.
Her name was Logan. I thought her name was Logan this whole time.
It's right. Don't you feel like we've been living a lie, Kelly?
Yes. I'm pretty sure she's friends with me on Facebook. Oh, Logan liked my picture.
Good old Logan. There she is.
Yeah,
right? We don't even know you. Who are you?
We're strangers.
So it's funny. Sometimes you guys might use like legit. I am using Mr. Crafty's Facebook account. I put mine to bed. I don't have like a Cori speaker account anymore. So I use Mark's to go in as the reset girl, like our page. And then that's how I comment and do stuff in the groups. So technically I'm kind of using Mark's, but some of you guys use your husband's account, or you guys have a joint account, like Ramona and Jim Richards. Like my friend Ramona, my neighbor, she uses her a joint name. So sometimes you guys have joint names. Sometimes and then on YouTube you can be anything you want. Hi, Miss Angela Robertson. Hi, Miss Celia. Cultivating Chandra. There we go. Is it Chandra or Chandra? That's a cute name too.
So she says she does prefer Logan. So she is a Logan.
Okay. All right. Nope. She prefers Logan. Okay. Good to know. But we secretly know the truth.
Life has meaning again.
Okay. In case you didn't hear that, Kelly just said life has meaning again. All is right with our world. Logan is Logan. We're not living a lie. So Crafty Cat, which I have seen your little face in the group before. You are Kathy. Okay. Chandra. Okay. So Chandra, see, it's one of those names. It can go either way. Okay. Jen says it's her dream to do roller derby. Mine too, girl. It was definitely mine. Now I would I wouldn't make it. 10 years ago I had a chance. But it's not happening now. Okay, I have to tell you guys a funny story. So on December 12th is my dad's birthday. And as many of you know, he's graduated and gone on to heaven. But Mark and I have, from the very first year he was gone, on his birthday, we went miniature golfing. We had the Mike Gastelum mini golf tournament. My dad has been a lifelong golfer. He really loved it. He played in tournaments. He won some. And I was very little when he taught me how to, golf. So I thought that was kind of a fitting thing to do. So the first year I won, the second year Mark won. This year, we're here in California now. So, and with my family. So I asked my mom and my brother, do you guys want to go too? And my mom wanted to come. And I have not seen my mom hold a golf club in, I don't know, 20 years or more. She kicked our butts. It was so embarrassing. I've never seen anybody play mini golf, and she got 3 holes in one. 2 of them were back to back. I usually get like 1, and I usually dominate. Usually Mark loses to me. It was embarrassing. I was the worst game of my life. She totally threw me off my game. She's never invited again.
Out there on that mini golf course, like, hey, you on this? What do they call that? Hustling?
Yeah, my mom's a hustler. She's taking bits over on the side. So I think my dad was helping her somehow. I think that's the only explanation. So yes, Stephanie's like, your dad was helping her, and that's what she said too. So it was so funny. So so that's how we spent the other day. That was my little time off to go do that in honor of my dad. And then we got a cupcake and we sang him happy birthday. We called my daughter, so she was with us too. And then that's how we honored him. So, it's not too late. If you've lost a parent or a dear family member and you want to honor them in a special way on their birthday, I mean, it's fun. We were laughing. It was such a great day. Instead of feeling sad, it was like a fun thing we did to honor him. So I just wanted to throw that out there because it might be something that makes you feel better, instead of feeling sad on that day. to try to turn it around and make it be about honoring that person that you love so dearly. And I am just told, Michelle Brittany says that she just ordered her first playbook and the workshop. Yay, Michelle! That's awesome, girl. First playbook. I love to hear that. So I know, go mom. she was so humble. She's, oh, Pisha. Oh, it's no big deal. I do this in my sleep. Okay, so I'm gonna move my list, which is now quite full. That's probably what my Hobonichi is gonna become, is my directory of everyone's real names. So yes. Oh, okay, and me write this down. Is Sheila Heindel. Sheila. Oh, and you spell it in an interesting way too, Miss Sheila. So hi, Miss Paula. So if you have a gift card or a store credit, it has to be used on our store. We can't take that and apply it to Teachable. At this point, we don't know how to use Teachable's features. We don't know how to issue a gift card. We don't know how to have a discount code. There's nothing like that on the Teachable right now. So there's no way to apply a Reset Girl shop discount code gift card to a Teachable product. They are separate entities. So there's plenty of things on the Reset Girl shop that you can purchase with your discount code, with your gift card. And that's something, as we go down the line and we're going to start moving towards our new website, we're going to remind you, hey, if you're holding on to a gift card, if you're holding on to this is, you want to spend it. But we will continue as the year marches forward. We will continue to remind you where we're at with moving on to a different website, because we are going to be moving the store off of our website. It will go away. So Miss Chandra says the same thing, that she does the same thing for his dad, and his birthday is December 22nd, and he's been gone 16 years. Aw, well, that's nice to know that you still keep that up. It becomes surreal after a while. Like, I feel like sometimes you almost feel like it's almost like you dreamed up that person. You know, it's really interesting how when someone's so meaningful and impactful to you, when they're gone, it doesn't feel real. It's really interesting, not in a good way interesting, but it is very interesting how your brain sort of just kind of processes not having that presence and just feeling like now all you have are memories, right? And so then your brain starts playing tricks on you about your memories. I find it's very different than what I imagined it would be, how it feels to lose a parent. Anyway, that's my recommendation to any of you guys, is to make something really fun out of that person's birthday. So Miss Yvette, I want to make sure I capture this. My friends here, I have a little list going. Good afternoon, M. Bolt. Oh, Miss Karen lost her mom on the same day on December 22nd. Oh, Dawn, that's so sweet. She said, every Christmas we put angels on the Christmas tree for all family members that have died from cancer. And Suzanne says, we do Disney to celebrate our daughter's birthday. It makes us feel like she's still here. She's been gone 4 years now. And yes, some days it feels like she was just my imagination. I mean, that is the weirdest part of it to me, is that like, because, and that's what it's going to feel like when you're gone and when I'm gone, is it's after a while, it's going to be like, it feels like I just kind of dreamed you up. And I think sometimes you can almost, like, whatever problems you had with that person, or maybe you can even soften that and make them kind of like make all of that better in your mind, just to help yourself. Like, there's different ways you can kind of like mold that the way you wished it had been. So yay. Miss Lisa, she said she just purchased her first playbook. Yay. Oh, Miss Mallory, we appreciate all of the purchases you've made, girl. We appreciate how supportive you have been over the years, and I'm sure you do have a lot of stuff to download. Our Australian friends, I know digital product has been great for you because you haven't had to pay all the outrageous, shipping. Same thing with you girls in the UK, not having to pay shipping. That has been great to have digital. I just miss doing physical, and we won't do it every single month. I will tell you that now, but it will be nice to do that. So are we ready to do some crafting? Because once again, we're having a chatty party and not a crafty party. I think I should just start saying that. It's the Late Night Chatty Club. A lot of times I don't feel super crafty on a show. I have so much fun just talking to you guys that I'm just reluctant to be like, oh, I have to go craft now. You guys have fun. That's what it feels with, not all the time, but sometimes. Okay, so has everybody in the room gone and looked at the amazing landing page? I need to know. I need to have, out yourself if you have not seen it.
And go now. Go look at it.
Go now. Stephanie says, digital's for the win. Danella says, same here in Germany. Love the printables. Oh, I know. Printables are awesome. They are. And they're awesome for so many reasons. You can print that forever. If you love a printable, you can use it in everything for all time. You could wallpaper your wall with it. They're awesome to organize. You can just easily store it all on your computer. It doesn't even have to take up space on your craft room table. When you're ready to craft, you can be like print, and then use it all up. How perfect is that for people who are minimalists? That's a great craft tool, supply, resource. So we have a lot of stuff that's on our website. And I think what we might do is we might reconfigure artwork that lives there, products that we've done, but reconfigure them, recolor them, reimagine them, take older stuff, reimagine that, and then introduce it in new ways. So there's always, let's face it, you can tell the Reset Girl stuff, it has kind of a look to it. So if we just kind of redo it, it'll still be like, oh, yay, new Reset Girl stuff, right? So I think that will be probably how we approach any kind of digital artwork in the future. But really, we want to take a lot of stuff that we've done and reimagine it for physical product. That's what I am so excited for. Yay! Stacy said she just got her first playbook and workshop. Woo! And today is her 23rd wedding anniversary. Congratulations, Stacy. That's awesome. I can't wait till I can say I've been married 20 years. Anne says, I love crafting with you all. Oh, sorry. Logan says that she loves crafting with us all. She tried to trick us there, Kelly. Grace says, I think I like using rings more than discs. Anybody use rings for the playbook? Who are the girls who think they're going to be using rings this time around? Or I know, see, that's the thing with letter size. It's harder to do stuff with rings. I don't know why. I really don't see people make letter size things with rings. Usually you see people use rings for like altered books and, things that are more compact, like smaller. I feel like that's what I see. Doesn't mean that they're not used for letter. I just haven't really seen them. Katrina says the landing page is fabulous. Yay. That's what I want to hear. And yes, Jennifer, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's do a full flip through. Let's flip through, because some of you, even if you purchase it, you're on the live with me. So, either you can print it in the background, or you're going to have to take it to a printer, or you would just rather hang out with us while we talk and stuff. So I am going to go ahead and we're going to flip the camera around. So I'm going to go through not only the book itself, but I'm going to flip through. Kelly, do you want to go? Yeah,
I think I'm going to go.
Okay. I don't want you to feel like you have to sit there, because I'm sure you're sick of being in your little office. I love that. I asked Kelly, she's like, well, I'm clocking out at 1 o'clock. And I said, well, where are you going? And she's like, not here, anywhere but here.
I'm going to shower.
Yeah. You're going to shower. You're going to have a proper meal.
That's right.
Yes, we're going to actually adult now that the launch is passed. Didn't we say like Sunday's going to be the best day ever? This is behind us.
I'm going to wear
Yes, excellent. See, so many of you guys. Oh, Logan says, bye, Kelly. Love you, girl. Merry Christmas.
Aw.
Like the thumb below for, oh yeah, so what, thumbs up the video, girls. That's always helping me. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Thumbsing up the video helps our videos do better in YouTube's algorithm. They will reward us by making sure the video gets into the hands of more
My
people.
ugly Christmas sweater.
That indeed, that is an ugly Christmas sweater. Was that intentional, or did I just insult you?
Totally intentional.
Okay.
An ugly Christmas sweater has to have some kind of a 3D image, in my opinion.
Okay.
If something sticks out and is obnoxious, the uglier it's
Awesome.
uglier.
I noticed how many like ugly Christmas sweaters are sold now. It's like you're like, yeah, we have finally trolled all of the thrift stores in America. We're just gonna make them.
We need to make them.
I think that's hilarious. Okay. Nikki
All right,
said,
I'm gonna hang up on
okay.
you. I love you.
I love you too. Bye, Kelly. Okay, so Nikki says, I'm thinking of wire bound this time and getting the cinch out of the cupboard. Well, I like that, Nikki. I support you in that decision. Me and my cinch we haven't talked. We don't talk anymore. I don't even know if I have a cinch with me. I think I have 2 of them. American Crafts was so sweet. My sales rep gifted me the one that was hanging out in her office. I think I've used it a couple times, but they're space consuming. So unless you're kind of using it, it is something that a little RV isn't good for. Stephanie says that she's thinking of 3 rings, but that depends on how she can print it. Kathy says that she thinks a binder is a good idea. If you guys do find a binder situation, and obviously I think you would have to, I'm gonna show you what I mean. So this is a 6x8 binder. Okay. So the pages of this, they're going to be it might be fine. They're going to be super close to like the very edge of the binder, you know, if you were to look at it this way. Oh, you know what? Let me bring it a little bit because you're actually going to have to kind of punch it more. So if you use a 6x8, you might be fine. I might have created a little hysteria thinking, oh, these aren't going to fit. You might be fine. This is my only fear of the 6x8 is I don't want to take, like, you have to punch it really like more further in to fit it into a binder, and that very much affects all of the, you know, that we did inside, and I didn't want to have different versions of the book to like fit in different ways. I'm saying this is what I designed it for, but if you, Indiana Jones of the crafting world, want to get adventurous and kind of like fiddle with that, because some of you have, I'd love to see your creations that you figured out how to do. So a 6x8 album might work, but then you might lose a little bit of real estate on the inside of your book. And what I discovered with the album when I did Camp Wannacraft this past summer is I grew out of it super fast. The rings are very small, so you're very constricted. If you don't have aspirations of adding tons of stuff to it or pocket pages, that might not be an issue. So let me not poo-poo that idea that you can't use them. And hi, Miss Caroline, my partner in crime, my fellow teacher in craft. She said, I did add the clear cutting mats to the front and back of her loose ring setup. So her loose ring version, she basically, Caroline, correct me if I'm wrong, did you use the little 5x7 divider? I didn't see that part of your video. And then you added it to like paper she had written lyrics to. And that's how her cover went. And then she's saying that she also added this little protective plastic cover that you see here. I show you exactly how I cut these and added it. So I was able, it's a cutting mat, and I was able to punch it with my heavy duty punch, which did require a lot of strength to do. But I did do that. So Caroline's saying that she actually did the same thing. It's just like in our photos, you might see it like that, just so it looks more vibrant and lovely. So, okay. So all the paper that I recommend including stuff for the kit, is all listed in the workshop. I linked everything for you. I linked 2 types of paper that you could use for the inserts. I linked paper for the dividers. You could use that fabulous $5 photo paper for the dividers and back it with scrapbook paper. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And Caroline says, yes, you can use a smaller version and mount it to the cover. So you didn't do that, but you can do that, is what she's saying. Okay. Hi, Hannah Baker. Welcome, welcome. So Cheryl, if you look on the printing professionally document that's included with the directions, it tells you what to do if you go do printing professionally. Professional printers do not print on 32-pound paper. I always have to go buy a ream of it from their actual store, go pay for it, and then walk it over to the counter and say, please use this. Do they charge less for the print? I think they do. And then I have my 32-pound paper. The other thing is their adhesive that they have, at FedEx Kinko's, they have adhesive paper. It's not fabulous. I don't love it. So I don't recommend doing any kind of sticker printing with them. And the photo paper that I have recommended, that's also linked on my favorites and in the workshop, you could achieve this glorious, beautiful, intense color with it, printing it on fine printing. And as long as you back it, this is not backed, this is actual like a thicker paper. If you back it with scrapbook paper, it would behave more like cardstock. So you could totally get away with using the photo paper for a lot of the dividers and the covers of this book. So let's jump in. You're looking at a completely assembled book. My workshop tells you exactly step by step how to achieve this. Okay, so here's this playbook belongs to, let's make it happen and get my name in here, Cori Speaker. And then on the inside, I have It's Time to Play. Here's the intro to the book. Some of the updates I just kind of mentioned. Hey, by the way, this is focused on January and February right here, not the 3 months that you're used to. Here is something new for 2020 is our table of contents. You'll see here that these are the intro. When you see this little tab that says intro, that's what I was referring to. It's these pages right here. There's really only 3 of them. So you might find that having a tab is kind of superfluous. You don't need it. I personally wanted it, so that's my preference. But if you don't want to do it, please feel like you could just check that. Mady asked, how long will the 2020 book be up on the site? Until Mr. Crafty and I decide we don't want to do the Reset Girl anymore. How does that sound? Forevermore. And in case, obviously you didn't hear me earlier, we are not changing prices. So what you see is the price will still be there at the end of the month. I totally get financial needs. I live that life for most of my life. So I wanted to make sure you guys don't feel like there's panic and that you have a time frame that you must adhere to. We're not changing prices. So the workshop and Crafty Club book on Teachable will stay the same, and the book alone with the kit in the shop, that will stay. That's the price for the winter book. So no worries. And I am not launching anything else in December, so you don't have to. If you want a playbook and you're worried about what else are they going to release, we're not releasing anything else. So you're good. This is all we're up to. Yay! Angie Kyle says the landing page looks great. Whoop whoop. And she ordered her playbook and workshop. Excellent. Thank you, Angie. Thank you guys so much. Everybody who's not telling me that you've purchased it and you're keeping that to yourself. Thank you so much, very much, for supporting us, for purchasing the book, for supporting the community and all of our efforts. And in exchange, we're going to continue doing PlayBook Power Hours, Late Night Crafty Clubs, Crafternoon with Cori's. Those are the shows that are dedicated to working in our playbook. We want to definitely keep supporting you and helping you be accountable to crafting. So I want to share this part with you. So when you look at your pages in the playbook, this is what you're going to see. I want you to know that there's 3 of these. they're called this, I call them a split. And what a split is it's giving you a back page to this section and a front page to this section. So we are crossing over into what I'm calling the documenting pages. And that is why we have a divider for you and a tab that says documenting. So now you have an easy way to separate the two. If we printed the book where this page, the tracker, and then the bucket list started, there's no yummy way to put a divider in here and keep them as separate beings. So that's why there are 3 splits in the book. And we also, let me show that to you as well. You are going to get in your printable documents, you're going to be getting this document that says, please read first, print at home directions, print professionally directions. And this is what you'll use if you want to take it to Kinko's or Office Max. And then you have decide which adventure you want to pursue. Do you want to do the disc bound style? Do you want to do the loose ring style? And finally, here is how you do your dividers and tabs. Everybody who purchases the playbook gets these documents. If you don't want to do the workshop, you don't have to. You still have a nice visual guide of how you do that. And right here is where I show you, here are the splits. This is what they look like. We picked these dividers at random. You can put your dividers in whatever order you want. So we're just showing you, hey, a divider goes here, a divider goes here, and a divider goes there. So that's what I wanted to reference. So if you just want to buy the playbook, no workshop with it, you still have the directions exactly of how to achieve this. If you want the workshop, you are going to watch me put all of this together. You're going to watch me make my dividers, do the cover, attach tabs, and then you're going to watch me, Mr. Crafty, cut our paper, add the little discs. You're going to see it all. So now we are launching into, these are what I'm calling the documenting pages. So you're going to document what you like. Here's the bucket list we provided. Here's what you actually did. So hopefully this won't be blank. And here's our fun mood board. This is actually one of my favorite things to do in the playbook. My favorite mood board that I did was my summer one. Let me show you. I took time and I made all these little, I think these are 2x3s. I could be wrong, but I think these are little 2x3 images that I took from Pinterest, from my own photo roll, and I made this like delicious grid. So I definitely want to do that again, but I'm going to have to figure out what is like the new size for doing it in here. But that's what I want to do. I've seen many of you guys share your mood boards. You can do whatever you want. You can write words, you can doodle, you can use pictures from magazines, pictures from your photo roll, make larger pictures. But that's what this is, building what you think is a beautiful winter. And then here is your January documenting page. So this, I'm sorry, spread. So on this spread, you are going to record what you currently were doing. This is kind of an update from what we do now in our book, which even now you get one of these spreads in, okay, I shouldn't have said spread because it's actually different pages. So this page here in the old book is a single page, and we kind of branch this out to a spread. And this time we added additional journaling prompts. So we have what you're currently up to, what you're currently obsessed with, 2 trackers instead of the 4, because I found that I never used the 2, and I'm sorry to those who were using all 4 of them, and now I'm just giving you 2. But there are other places to do these type of trackers, and I'm going to show you that in the Harmony Handbook when we do the Harmony Retreat. So here are your thoughts. Here's your done list for the month. Sometimes you complete things you didn't even plan on completing, and it's nice to kind of like behold that and be like, yes, I'm awesome. Self-cared this month by. So here's your chance to like write down what are some things that you self-cared this month. What do I love about blank? It could be your kid, your husband, crafting, your art brushes, your scissors. It could be an ode to your, I'm sorry, everyone who owns these scissors, tell me, could you not write a little ode to how much you love these scissors? So what I love about blah. By the way, if you go to my favorites page and on the workshop page, I have these linked, the golden scissors. And let me show you something else. So these golden scissors are on Amazon. They are not expensive. They're under $10. If you want to ask for a pair of scissors for your stocking, ask your hubby. You know, I'm sure husbands always want hints what their wives are interested in. Tell them you want a pair of golden scissors. This will change your crafting life, and everyone that has bought them will agree with me. Can I get an amen? These are actually not paper for paper crafting. These are for fabric. These are actually tailoring scissors. These are the most glorious scissors I've used. They make the most delicious sound in the world when you cut with them, and it feels so good to craft with them. So this is something I cannot speak like more lovingly about. When I've had workshops and events, I've included them in the kits. We even, I think that I'm trying to remember if we sold them. I don't know that we ever sold them, but I made, we made a little, I think these were in the Camp Wannacraft kits, is we included a decal that said the Guild of the Golden Scissors. So I had a t-shirt made because that's how amazing these scissors are. So that is one of my like picks for Christmas. It's an inexpensive gift that you can ask for. They're less than $10 with Prime, and they're fantastic. So please know that not all gold scissors are equal. There are lots of imposters out there. These are not part of the craft world. These are actually scissors meant for like sewing, tailoring, fashion. I first saw these years ago on Project Runway, and that was why I was like, oh, I want a pair of those. So anyway, here's your little ode to something, what you love about something, and then your current mood. So this is, you could just kind of document like what's going on with your mental health or whatever. And then memory keeping. So this time we decided to do not the pre-designed page for you, but a sketch. So on the sketch, you'll notice that there are these like strips. And so you're going to make scrapbook paper strips. Not to fear, there are some templates that we came up with for you. And so here is the little strip that you're going to use to cut your scrapbook paper with. And you're going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And once you get them all cut, you can lay them in a row, just like we have shown here. And then you have a template for a 3x4 photo, and all of this I cut out of cardstock, so it's thicker. And so I would go ahead and cut that out, and then it would still have the nice little frame going around it if I wanted it to. And so that would be my photo. So there you go. There's 2 templates that go with this particular sketch. So we didn't just like throw you to the wolves. We made sure that you are all set. On this side, you have the 2x3 photos. You would use this little template, trimming, cropping your photos with. And then that's how they would end up looking once you lay them in place. They'll all still have a nice little frame going around them. So this one's pre-designed, and this one is you get to be a little bit more crafty. So that would be a super easier way of doing some memory keeping, where you're not having to do all of the crafting and designing. And we've kind of reimagined a whole page for you. So here is another documenting page, spread. And this is your February. So you'll notice down here in this little corner right here, this is where I said shared this spread in the Crafty Club. So some of them are set up to share the whole spread, and then some things in here are designed to just share the page. So there's a little prompt in the corner of your pages to remind you, hey, did you share this page or this page, or did you share this spread? Because some things look better as a spread, in my opinion. So here's another awesome place. Using your template, you would cut your photo out here, and then back here, you'll notice there are spots for you to cut squares. And depending, so you might want to hand cut, which I have no problem doing. And you can use this as a guide. Obviously, if your square or rectangle gets a little bigger than that, that's fine. It's just that it's demonstrating that you're building and layering all the way up to your top photo, if that makes sense. So it's giving you practice for how scrapbookers have done things. So here you go. And then here's another split. You'll notice here's where I put my divider. as illustrated in the little sketch earlier. So I have a honey on this side. I chose my scrapbook paper to complement the honey on this side. That's how I ended up with this. And then these are the activity pages. So everything going forward are all activity pages. You can create a collage. You'll notice there's a little blank here. That's for you to write in whatever. I created a collage with stickers, with stamps, with alphas, with scraps, with paper punch buffet. Whatever it is that you want to create a collage with, you can fill it in and then go ahead and create your collage. Here is your word search, your maze, another collage page, embellishing the tags. This is one of my favorite activities that we did in the very first playbook, I think. So I brought that one back. Here's how you can document your favorite washi, your favorite decorating elements. It could be, you could make a collage of different things. These are all the things I love to use. Here's a stamp. Here's a swish of paint. Here's my markers, whatever that looks like to you. Whatever decorating elements are, it could be scraps from magazines. It could be paper bunch buffet pieces. It could be your favorite stamp collection. Whatever you love to craft with, this is where you could display that. Here's another divider, which I just think this is adorable, how there's a cute little planner hunk in here. And flipping it over, and then there's your honey, and you are being led into the art journaling pages. So these have been redone. If you did Camp Wanna Craft with us, you'll notice they look super duper like the little art journaling pages we included with our camp junk journal. And the journaling prompts are these. I printed mine to sticker paper. So this is what they look full size. So you would go ahead and snip them out. They have the little spot here. It says paste prompt here. And then you would go ahead and just do your thing down here. So you could build a collage. You could do proper art journaling with like some journaling itself, or you could just do a collage. Personally, sometimes I love just doing a collage. I don't really want to speak on it necessarily. I might sometimes just want to let the picture do the right, like the speaking for me. So I don't always feel like I have to write something on the page for it to be art journaling. So there's also a little comment here. Today was, so you could just be like, today was meh. Today it was down. It was a down day for me today. Those are just something you might want to do. Kathleen is asking, what do you think of the half letter size? I do not. Okay, so that was kind of that would be a big leap for me to personally make from letter to half letter. I think that this size is a really nice size, but I'm not going to tell anybody that they can't go smaller. If you want to try A5 or you want to try shrinking down, I think that's too constrictive for me. I like this. This feels like the best of both worlds. I still have plenty of real estate, but yeah, but I still feel like this is still like compact and it's transportable. And even if I fluff it up, I still feel like it's doable. I wanted the pages to get smaller so you didn't feel like you had so much to do for each page. This feels a little bit more sleek, a little less work, but I'm not sure how I feel about going into a smaller size. I think it would be something you have to work your way up to. I think it would be too much sticker shock for a lot of people. So this is technically the end page. You'll notice that there's a little goodbye page like we normally have. And thank you, Miss Sloan, for saying it's so amazing. So then I have some extra paper. So I talk more at length about this paper I added, where it came from, what it's for in the workshop. But there's just a little variety of extra papers I added here just for, I don't know, just kind of like they're there. Then I made a divider for my memory keeping. I do mention that all the rest of the dividers end up going into the back. I separated mine into a memory keeping section. So here's my pocket pages. The Happy Planner classic size has these cute little pocket pages that you can add if you are going disc bound. If you do loose rings, you can use the Simple Stories, Studio Calico, all the other brands. And I linked those type of pocket pages for both. All the accessories in this book are all linked. And I did link tools, my favorite tools, things that I think are super indispensable. I did link things like my photo crops, my tiny attacher, my glue sticks, my scissors, all that good stuff. So then the next section, this is what I personally added, but you might not want to do this. If you're in the Faith Club, there is a variety of other, there were other tabs that were kind of like, I'm just going to create these tabs so people have options. I added scripture writing here. I don't know that I will do my scripture writing in my playbook. I really feel like I'm going to keep going in my album or my pocket TN. So these are my messy notes I was writing. So for right now, this is kind of like a stunt divider. It may not be something that I actually do. But here's some graph paper I added here. Graph paper that's all made for the Happy Planner. And then in this last divider, I used the extras tab. And this extras tab here, everybody who has questions about the playbook itself, like specific questions like size and all that, please go to the resetgirl.com and go click on the landing page right at the top of the resetgirl.com. We have a click here button. If you click there, it'll take you through all the details, the pricing, the sizing, what's included, everything is there for you. And I don't want to just throw out answers in the chat when there's so much more to see what's really involved. So I would really love for you guys to go check that out if you're asking for any kind of like just more detailed information. I don't even know if I can remember certain things right now. I would hate to tell you the wrong thing. So I added this little pocket page back here. I threw some scrapbook paper in here just to make it pretty. And here's the rest of my tabs. So I'm using this as my storage for putting my templates in. And you can use these pocket pages in a letter size playbook. I use these currently in my playbook. That's why I own them, is because I was using them already in my regular playbook. So, but it's really nice to use them for storage. I also cut down my art journaling prompts, you'll see here, and I cut them down, and then they're on sticker paper. I just need to cut them out and I can use them for my art journaling. So that is the playbook all fully assembled. And then I added the covers. As I mentioned, I filmed my workshop video showing how I made the covers and got them all in here. This is the most, I would call it basic cover, like simple. I'm just using the cover that we designed for you. I just punched it and I added the plastic covers to protect it and protect the tabs. You'll see that it covers over the tabs. So this I filmed. Caroline and Candy filmed other ways you could make a cover. So you can also make a cover using some of the printables that we included in your kit. So when you buy a book, you get all of this with it. It's not just a book anymore. It's the book kit. It's like everything comes together. And then if you want to use this little guy, this is how we came up with that idea, is for summer camp, Camp Wannacraft. This was the little fun printable we made in that kit. So this was designed to be that. You could make yourself a chipbook cover with other scrapbooks, papers, and then just go ahead and add that. This makes me want to have this as a playbook. Every time I look at this, I'm like, oh, I want that. Isn't that, it looks so delicious. So, so that was the point of it. Now you'll notice that this is a brand new cover, and this is for winter. Each cover this year will have its own special cover. And our sweet friend, Vanessa, our amazing illustrator, she illustrated all of the girl, all the little tote, the little washi. And let's see, there's a little journal. And then Kelly found this fabulous couch. I asked for mustard carpet, and then we worked on getting all of this into place, and it turned out stunning. It is, I love this. I want this up on my wall. This is so delicious. So this is why this is included in your printables, is to give you another option for the cover. I think Candy might have used it to make her cover. So just know that's an option. Grace says she's sorry, but she has the rose gold scissors. We can still be friends, Grace, because I have the rose gold scissors too. I just don't know where they are. I've just have my gold ones here, but they do make them from the same company. So it's all good. You're allowed to have shades of gold. Okay. So let's talk about the other fun things. So here's what the tabs look like when you get them. Yours do not say lister's got a list. We actually removed that. So this is a prototype sheet. So just know that maybe the tabs have been, they might have moved spots in our editing process. This is like an early version, but this is generally what they look like on the paper. I would tell you that this is something you could print on the photo paper, because once you glue these back to back, it really makes them thick. Mine are super, super thick. So then we have these right here. So we have the winter gear bookmark, which is like a fun little ad advertising your winter delicious like fashion. It's a 3x8 card, so you can slip it into a 3x8 pocket and treat it like a pocket card, or you can treat it like, you can punch it on the side and treat it like a bookmark. So these are 2 pieces. Here's another fun little, this is also a bookmark that you can use for reading, the Crafty Club PlayBook. And then we have a variety of cards. So these are all kind of like, I cut them up. So this is what one of the sheets looks like. So this is what I'm calling photo embellishments. And you will see like these are stunning on this paper. This is the $5 paper and it looks amazing. So let me see if I can do this so you can see what I am talking about. If I have this actual picture, do I have it? Okay, so see this picture right here? Okay. That's the $5 picture, and that's the, say, $40 a pack picture. $5, $40. You see what I mean? The only difference is this paper is slightly thicker. That's it. So that's the $5. This is the $5 for 50 packs. Sorry, 50 sheets. And this is the, I want to say it's $40 for 50 sheets. It could even be less than 50 sheets when I think about it. So that's it. So here's winter picks. You can use this for your winter mood board. You can use this for your documenting, the fun little memory keeping, like you can cheat and put someone else's pictures in there. I'm a very big supporter of cheating, using other people's pictures. I call it make-believe memory keeping. So there's some strips here that you can use if you want that are more photo. So these are all photo embellishments, which I also have cut up and printed out. They're on here as well. So let me see if I can kind of remove them from this whole thing. Well, it's kind of different when these are all loose, huh? Okay, so then here's some of the pocket pages, pocket cards. So the mountains are calling. Here's a really cute little one of Sammy's spa day. And this is like a 3x3. So they make, if you make the loose ring, if you have a loose rings pocket page, they make pages now for 3x3, 4x4, and 2x2. Those are not necessarily sizes that I don't think Happy Planner has these sizes, but you can adapt a photo pocket page to disc bound if you want. You can cover I'm looking for my example here. Here it is. So this little guy is a pocket page for a loose ring binder. I covered it with washi on the spine and repunched it for, you cannot see it the way I'm holding it. So let me see if this does it better. I repunched it for disc bound. So this went from being a loose ring pocket. I covered up the spine with the washi, and now I repunched it, and now it will be like a disc bound. So if you have disc bound sheets in your stash, you can transform them to a disc and use them. So this would be a good way of, let's say storing my little photo embellishments. So I have this big old mess. So here I have pocket cards. There's the 4x4s. There is a 3x3. This is a super cute picture. 2 of our community little members did this little photo emulating Sammy and Jasmine. So we went ahead and we took their little photo. I think it was posted on Facebook and Instagram, and we went ahead and included it here, which I thought was so adorable. And then Alyssa was a guest designer, and Miss Andrea was a creative team member for a while. So then I have all of these fun little 2x2 little pocket type cards. This one is coffee is always a good idea. Here's one of the little ice skater, let's go skating. Winter crafting all day in my jammies. Baby, it's warm inside. I love that one. Here's a little photo of a candle. That looks delish. And then here's one that says so chill. And then here's our final 2x2 pocket card of the girls, which I think is adorbs. So these are all little pocket cards that you could kind of like slip into the page as well. And then you have honeys. So I have this honey and that honey and this honey. And I think I'm missing some other honeys. I used a honey in my album this morning. So there's more honeys. I think there's 6 of them, 7 of different types of honeys. And then here's this little fun sheet of decor. So this decor has 2 tickets to my live shows. It has the most adorable coffee cup that ever lived, a glue stick, winter is magical, invest and rest, a fun little tag, a fun little journal or book, a little house or cabin, another little set of cabins, and this is a tab that got loose. Did I get everything? I don't think I have everything here, you guys. I think I've used some things up in my crafting. So just know that's for the most part. And then like once I like punched out all my tabs, like here are all the tabs that are all punched and they're just like delicious. So I have a whole, this is another set of tabs. I'm thinking I might make another Crafty Club playbook and give the other one to my mom. That's kind of where I'm leaning. So that is the Crafty Club playbook and kit. So you are going from 3 pages to like 12 pages of printables. There's over 60 embellishments in here, including the fun like pocket cards and all that. You're getting templates. You're getting prompts. You're getting all the full color directions of how to assemble it. If you opt not to do the workshop, that could be handy. Even if you get the workshop, you might decide, you know what, I don't need the videos to show me how to build. I'll just use this, but I'll use the other videos to kind of show me other ideas I could do for it. But you can always refer back to your workshop videos later if you decide, you know, I feel like doing a planner, and use this as use this concept as your template for building other types of things. If you opt, there's so many sellers on Etsy that sell planner pages, even on Amazon. You can buy pre-made, pre-cut, Etsy's the same way, planner pages, and then use the workshop ideas to help you build dividers, add tabs. I link which tab punch we use, the whole 9 yards. So try to look outside of it just being just Crafty Club specific, the playbook specific, because the things that we teach you or show you can be used totally for other things as well. It's all foundational concepts. Cheryl Ann, the workshop for the playbook is, you can watch it whenever you want. It's yours to have and watch at your leisure. It's all organized. You can choose to watch the videos for just the disc bound. There's a set of videos for the loose rings. There's a set of videos for making covers, making dividers, filling the pocket pages. There's 2 ideas for how you can use the pocket pages. I will continue in our lives. I will continue building upon those ideas too. So don't feel like this is the final say on the playbook. The workshop is to help get you started. It's to help you create the foundation of a glorious new type of playbook. And then in my lives, Crafternoon with Cori, Late Night Crafty Club, and the PlayBook Power Hour, not only will I craft in the regular pages here, but I will also jump into these pages back here just like I did in camp. And I will show you stuff in here, like what am I up to? What am I crafting back here? How do I handle this area back here? That's going to be stuff that I can add as well during the live sessions. So I hope that sounds excited, and I hope that sounds like, yeah, I want to be part of that. This is absolutely, next to camp, this is my favorite project that we work on. So I am wondering now. Thank you, Mallory. I think the kit is adorable too. I think it's awesome. Diana says she loves the decor. Look at that cute coffee cup, right? This is the cutest coffee cup ever. This would be one of those things that if it was like in a die cut collection, I would never use it. I would hoard this till the cows come home. But now it's printable, so I can make as many of these as I want. I can make an entire little garland of them if I wanted. Mr. Crafty, could you flip me back?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I just thought of some. Well, okay. Can you flip me back so I can be back on camera? And then I'm going to ask you to flip me back again so that I can craft. It's weird. I feel like this just is not, my hands is just like, that's not really me.
I see.
It's a psychological thing.
No worries.
Thank you.
I got you, boo.
I got you, boo. Which I think is the funniest thing I've heard you say, because
I don't know. It seems like all the rage to say. Watch Cori put on her makeup.
I know. Touch up. Everybody touch up. Potty break. Okay. My lips are starting to get dry from all the chat. Okay. Stacy says the directions for the playbook are fantastic. I love the printouts. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. So it's very important to me that when we make product that is a bit complicated, that we have given you some kind of tool to help you. Because I feel like when you go look around Etsy and you go look around Amazon and anybody who sells, more of the handmade kind of planner pages or digital pages, some people are great at giving you, insight into how to build it, and some not so much. So this, to me, I foresee that if I didn't do this, a lot of people would be like, well, what do I do with the dividers? Where do they go? How did you set them up? So, and at the same time, I want everyone to kind of look at things as sort of a guideline. I don't want to be the boss of you, and I'm not the boss of your playbook. So this is kind of like how I made my playbook. These are my thoughts, but clearly we gave you extra tabs, and if that doesn't work for you and that's not the topics you want to like put in there, you should be the boss of your playbook, and you should be able to make those adjustments. Now, one day, should this ever become a physical product, obviously I have to make decisions for everybody and I hope I make good ones. Mr. Crafty, the battery for your tablet just said it's 15%. Yes, Karen, lipstick down.
Did I forget to plug that back in? Oh, my Lanta. This is the second time now I pick it up to connect you to the live, and then when I put it back down, I forget to plug it in. So hopefully this provides enough power.
Is that better? It says it. Is it? Yes, it says it's charging.
Yes, I just don't know if that
Hopefully
provides more power than it
lies.
uses.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
Slowly drain.
Kathy is asking, was that a challenge coffee cup garland? I know, right? It might be. I might have to challenge myself to make an extra Christmas project this season. So this is what we're going to focus on this winter. This is the only crafty product we are releasing. We are not releasing, in case you missed earlier, we are not releasing a monthly collection. There's nothing that's going to happen on December 27th. So this is it. Here's your crafting assignment. It was the Crafty Club PlayBook with its delicious kit that is now built into it. Let me point out to you guys, the Crafty Club PlayBook in the past was a book that we offered for $19.95 for just 1 week. That's it. And that's all it was just the book. If you wanted the kit, it was $24.95 just the first week, and then it went up to $32. This time, you're getting the just low price of $19.95 with 3 times as much printables included. So I want to point that out to you, because our mission in doing the Crafty Club Playbook is to get it into the hands of more ladies. We want to grow our community, have more friends. This is your opportunity to spread the word to your friends, to, like, once you have it, don't be ashamed of it. Don't hide it away. Share it, show it, be like, hey, you want to be part of this too? This is your opportunity to help your family members, your sister, your coworkers, your ladies at church, your friends come into the circle. Join the circle. Join the craft circle, because it might seem, like we might go, this is a silly little crafting book for adults, but at the heart of it, a lot of us feel a connection to this kind of thing, because it is very reminiscent of when we were 12-year-olds and we had our activity books and we did connect the dots and paper dolls and watercolored and put stickers in them. And that's something that this very much encourages, all of those things. And there are some women who look at scrapbooking and the world of crafting and go, well, I'm not creative, I'm not crafty, because it's so much, it's so high level, it's such a huge investment. To me, this is a $20 investment. You purchase it, and then you have the investment of printing it. I highly recommend asking Santa for a printer this year, because there's plenty of stuff to print and do with the, not only our digital store, but there are so many great digital stores out there. And digital can be a great way to go if you're trying to be kind of more minimal, keep basics. It's easy to organize on your computer and print as needed, and you never run out of supplies. You are forever stocked up. That's a great thing to be able to say. So this is something that is an investment of self-care, of taking the time. There's plenty of stuff in here that even if someone who doesn't feel like they're crafty or creative, they can still do all the activity pages. And who knows, that can lead them into, well, can I borrow some washi? Can I use, this is your opportunity as ministry, a minister of craft, if you will, that you can sit with your friends and work with them too. Share your massive craft stash with them. We all have one. I could easily put together a craft stash for anybody I knew and not miss a beat, not feel like I even missed any of the products, because, most of us just have a lot of stuff. So put together little kits into Ziploc bags and be like, okay, the next time I'm with my friend Jenny, I'm going to get her to craft with me, and here's my bag. Buy Jenny a Crafty Club Playbook for Christmas. Assemble it for her. Put it under the tree for your daughter, for your mom. This could be something that you guys do together. I'm certainly going to make that effort with my mom, as I'm going to try. She's so open-minded to it. She doesn't think of herself as a crafty person, but here she is she has a crafty room now. She's a craft room. Has a little IKEA Raskog cart that I gave her, and she has it all filled with all the craft supplies I gave her. So she's very open to using it. It is a matter of just okay, that's going to be mother-daughter time. So think about your own daughter. Do you have a daughter still elementary, high school, college age? Is this something you guys can spend time doing together? Do you have grandkids? This would be a great time to do something with your probably granddaughter. I don't know that a grandson would be as interested in all this girliness, but you never know. So that's what I am challenging you to think about. Beyond just your own crafting pleasure, think about how this could be used as a tool to help other people. Direct them to theresetgirl.com. We made this very affordable, very, very affordable for a reason. It's sort of like our come to me. It's a way of bringing them to us so that they can participate in our Late Night Crafty Club and the PlayBook Power Hour. I'm not going to leave you with no understanding of what to do. We have 3 live shows that supports this book. So you are not crafting alone. You are crafting with friends. And growing our community, because when we have summer camp, you have more friends to camp with. When we do winter retreat, you have more friends to retreat with. So it's not, although one could say oh, that's just you want to sell a lot of books. This book is not about making money, because if it was about making money, we would not charge $19 for it. We are doing that for a reason. We're betting on our community. We're betting on you. We're betting on this idea being if you make it, approachable and affordable, they will come. That is what we're doing. We are more interested in growing the community to have a place. And there's tons of Facebook groups. There's tons of Reddit threads. There's tons of YouTube channels to watch. There's tons of social media out there. I'm not the only person who has a community or a family or any of those things. I'm not. And everyone feels a connection to something. In this community that I'm very, very proud of, this is a community of encouragers, of helpers, of people who are just trying to keep their one little foot in the crafty door. We're trying to cling to this one thing that we're obviously interested in, on a level. We're interested in this. Doesn't mean we always craft. I don't always craft. I don't always look to crafting as my, that's my retreat. That's my de-stressor. I don't think of crafting that way. I would like to. I wish I did. And I'm going to challenge myself to try to be crafty every day. I should do that too. Like I should set a timer. You guys, okay, so I know those, okay, it's not on, so it won't trigger, but so I have an Alexa now. I mentioned this before. I have the little Echo Dot. I love this so much. I love this so much. An Amazon Prime van just drove by. I'm probably dropping off one of our packages. This is a game changer. Now I will set a reminder for myself every day at a certain time. It's like, Cori, take a craft break. I'm such a forgetful person, and this is why I love her. And also, I can think of any song off the top of my head and be like, Alexa, play this song. These are $25 right now on Amazon. I got one. We got one for everybody for Christmas because they were so inexpensive, and they're a game changer. So I will be setting myself reminders to do crafting, and I would challenge you to do the same, to try to make your crafty time at least 10 minutes a day. It's like, I don't know, like a skincare routine. I can do my morning skincare routine in 10 minutes. So like crafting, like do a spread, do a page, do one thing in your crafting book. I know it's easy to say, but that's what we want to aim towards. We want to go towards the light of doing that at least once a day, 10 minutes. That's going to be my challenge. Are you with me? Are we going to take the Crafty Club PlayBook challenge? Yes, Diana says, I was thinking about get one. They are amazing. Me and Mark are in awe. Like when you're laying in bed and go, Alexa, set an alarm. Like I think I'm going to set an alarm for tomorrow, because sometimes we have gotten away from doing it, but she's just sitting on the desk over there and she'll be like, yes, what time would you like? Send a note to myself, add this to our grocery list, put this in our Amazon cart. This is going to spoil us, I think, but seriously, crafting reminder, that's worth the price of it right there. Set a crafting reminder, because hearing her say that to you every day, like, I feel like that's going to just get to you. Like, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that. It's time for prayer time, Bible study. It's time for go for a walk. Get off your butt and go for a walk for 10 minutes. I'm going to set her up to be like my coach, my coach in 2020. Alexa's the boss of me, officially. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Kathleen says intercoms. My mom's in the house. If I can just be like, drop into Jerry's, what do we say? Drop in to Jerry. I forget how you tell her. You're telling it to drop in. If I don't feel like raising my voice to talk to Mark, I can drop into Mark's desk back there and we can talk to each other. But dropping into my mom is really helpful. You can have her call people for you if you upload your contacts. And you can also turn off things on her for privacy reasons, because I know a lot of people are super concerned. That's why I never wanted one. But yes, I have fallen in love with this. So I really recommend. This could be a great craft tool, if not for anything else, but telling it to put stuff in your Amazon cart. Every time I mention something in a video, Alexa, put golden scissors in my cart. Just kidding. But you could you could use it to be reminding you that you should be crafting, because that's what this is about. That's what I've designed this for, is to help you keep crafting in your life. Do you guys have a cajillion journals? Yes, you could easily do this without my help. But our journals, blank journals, how inspiring are blank journals? I don't find that I'm like reaching for them and trying to fill them up. This gives me something to start with, so that when I don't feel inspired, at least this is like, oh, what will I be doing today? What do I feel like doing? Oh, favorite washi. I can do that. And then it's building a little, a sheet of washi. I can do that, right? Isn't that easy? And we're going to be having a declutter day on January 4th in the Reset community. It's going to be live. I think I set it for like 12 noon, if I remember correctly, or 11, something like that. I can't remember now. So it's basically as long as it takes me to do all my decluttering. We're also going to have special guests that kind of check in and like, hey, what's your progress? What are you guys doing? And then I will be talking you through different things to think about, like help kind of coach you. I think a lot of us have a tendency of holding on to things. I've not seen crafters yet at any of my events that didn't come loaded for bear. Like they were bringing like totes and like bins, and it's like an overnight event or a 2-day event, and they're like there to craft for a week. So come on, we are always we're super prepared with our craft supplies. So I want to help get your kind of craft space set up so that this is easier to do in 2020, so that, when we go to do the retreat, we're kind of like in a more like relaxed space. So what I'm trying to do in January is build, so I have a declutter day on our calendar, and I took a poll and asked everyone how they felt. And a lot of people were like, yes, we're into having a rebuild day. So a day for taking it all down, and then a day for me helping you to build it back up again. Just basically sharing with you some of the organizational things I've bought. Many things have come from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, Home Goods, like the 4 horsemen of the amazing shopping stores. They are just, to me, incredible. Their pricing, incredible. Quality, hit or miss. Some things I would say, yeah, I can look at some of the things I bought and go, okay, this was really well constructed. This one kind of fell apart pretty quick. But it's just really to get you to look at some tools differently than I think we tend to do when we go in there. Sometimes kitchen bins and boxes can make amazing supplies. One of my most requested, where'd you get that bin? Here I use for putting my there, now you can see it better. So it's got this compartment in the front for my 6x4 cards, and then 2 rows for my 3x4s. It's like someone designed it for journal cards, but they didn't. This is actually a bin that is for kitchen, and it's for your refrigerator. Great for pantry organization too. And this is something that is sold for $1 cajillion at the Container Store. But if you buy it from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, it was $5. So that's one of those examples that I just want to, I spent time last summer kind of building all this, and I want to tweak things, but by and large, I'm very happy with what I have. And I just kind of wanted to share that with you. If my friends have some other great ideas, I'm going to be gathering up, those ideas as well. And then we'll have a rebuild day and helping you build back up again. Because when Harmony Retreat goes live at the end of January, I want you guys to be in a nice, I'm ready to just take it all in. It's not going to be like summer camp is fun. It's fun to earn badges. It's fun to go explore and go do all the things and be in the forums, and you're doing all the craft projects. So the retreat will not have badges. It's not stuff you're running around having to do. I want it to feel more like, okay, when you have time, I put together some groovy playlists for you can listen to and just chill. There's a lot of visual beauty that is included. And then the topics will be more about like, how can we build harmony into our lives? And we're going to work on a project. And I know I'm segueing away from the playbook right now, but I've been bringing this up in all of my lives because different people zoom in and out of the lives. And so we're going to be working on something I'm calling the Harmony Handbook, which is technically a bullet journal. We're going to use it in crafty ways. We're going to make it very specific and special to our retreat, but it is essentially what our project will be in the Harmony retreat is a Harmony handbook. So if this is not in your shopping cart on Amazon, please grab one if you plan on going to the retreat. That is what you'll need. And they're super easy to get a hold of. Everybody in the world sells them now. So, yes, Jen Mabel says, I'm waiting for my Alexa to answer you. I know, it's really funny. Is as long as you say her name, and every Alexa in the nation perks up. Which is funny because if you hear that in somebody's YouTube video, then your Alexa goes off too. That's how I discovered the beauty of her, was watching a YouTuber I love, Hot and Flashy. And she told it to set a timer while she put her mask on, her beauty mask. And I heard her do that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could do that. Now I would love to do that during a video, is be able to just say, hey, Alexa, tell me when 10 minutes is up. When I say that I have a hard stop on the show, Alexa, tell me to stop, at this time. Isn't that great? Then you guys don't have to adult for me and be my babysitter and help remind me of stuff. So, anyway, yes, Karen, tape glider roll down. Is that like glue stick down? Is that what you're saying? Tape glider roll down, because we have a glue stick down. So a tape glider, that's the same thing. If you guys, let me see here. I have a bag of shirts that I'm working on right now. Here it is. Last night on the Late Night Crafty Club, I was wearing my glue stick down t-shirt. I am testing new t-shirts that Printful has for us. This one, not loving. I'm going to wash it with lots of softener and see if that changes things. But when I put it on, it felt like I was putting on sandpaper. So I'm not happy with that particular t-shirt. So that was a swing and a miss. But I don't want to waste the shirts because I spent a lot of money on them. So I'm going to try and soften them up. See if they'll be more comfy, so that I can at least wear them on the show, because I have quite a few of them. They're all different. And I also got one for the retreat. And I'll give you guys a sneak peek. So that is the official logo of the Harmony retreat. Hi, Misty. Bye, Kathleen. Will says that she's in the UK and I'm currently keeping her company during a terrible rainstorm. Oh, is it like the kind of rainstorm where you're like, I'll feel all cozy inside, or the kind that's like, yikes, is the roof going to come off? Oh, Kathy says that she printed her December pages again so that she can add them to the new playbook. See, that's being an Indiana Jones of crafting, Kathy. You're like, I'm just going to make this happen. Cori didn't do it. I'll take care of it. I can hear Alexa talking in there to Mark. They have a relationship. They're like this. I feel left out. I feel like she's the other woman. He's always in there whispering sweet nothings to her. Anyway, this is the Harmony retreat. This is how I want you guys to feel. And for those of you who love coffee, you love cocoa and tea, that little mug she's holding could be anything you want it to be, but that's going to be the logo. So we have a splendid, soothing winter ahead of us. We're going to be in our playbooks. We're going to be building a little handbook. We're going to be building harmony in our lives. So that is what the winter holds. Doesn't that feel great? We're going to like just take it down, be soothed. Nothing crazy is being launched. No hyperness, no craziness. We're all going to just take a step back. We're going to go into a little crafty cocoon and kind of like reassess what is most important. And I'm saying now that to me, the reset girl needs to kind of dial it back, and we need to focus on the really important things. And what am I really passionate about? Because what I'm passionate about is the stuff that like I'll support, I'll like do videos on, I'll do lives all the time. It's the stuff that I really love, that I'm excited for. And I think that is that's what motivates people when they see someone's genuine love and passion for something. Okay, so I'm clearing off some of my debris so that I can jump into my playbook. I'm going to move this over here and move my laptop off my desk. Oh, okay. Amul says it's the scary kind of storm that makes me grateful for your little faces. Well, I'm so sorry. We've driven through quite a few scary rainstorms this in the fall. I am not familiar with the rainstorms of England and how bad they can be. I know that they are kind of a drizzly nation, much like my adopted state of Washington. Lee asks, what was the Harmony Handbook you were holding up? Okay, so if you go to my favorites page, I actually have these very specific books linked. There's 4 of them linked on my website. I think they're under notebook or bullet journal. I think it says planners, notebook, journals, or something like that. So there's a pink one too. So there's the teal one. There's a charcoal one, which I love this color. And then there's this really beautiful one. It's white, but it has a geo print in a gold foil with a mustard strap. This is the coolest bullet journal I've seen on Amazon. Misty, I'm so sorry that you're going through it right now, and I'm glad that you're on this live with us. I know that like the very minimum that you can sometimes feel like doing is just watching from afar, if you're not necessarily creating or crafting. But I'm glad that you're here. And okay, I think I missed something. Actually, right now is 99 cents. I'm not sure. Hi, Crops for Fun. Oh, yay. She says, a friend sent me here. Where do I purchase a playbook? Okay, well, my new friend, Crops for Fun. So you want to go to theresetgirl.com and you will be confronted with a glorious photo of the playbook. And you click on that button, you click on that graphic, and it will take you to the page. And then you can choose from either option that we have. And welcome. You have just stumbled upon the greatest community on the internets, and you have a friend who dearly loves you and wants you to be part of the fun that we have here. So I'm super glad that you're here, and thank you to your friend who sent you this way. It'd be pretty funny though if that literally just happened. Did she just text you and tell you to do it? Because about 15 minutes ago, I was giving a very impassioned speech about how we as community members should be inviting our friends to the community and crafting in the playbook. So if that just happened, well done, friend. Well done. Community member, whoever you are, well done. You can check that off your done list. Okay. Okay. Hi, Tracy. You just watched a video of me on YouTube, and here I am live. Hello. Welcome. So hi, Miss Heidi. So you want to go, anyone who's interested in the Crafty Club playbook, it's brand new, just launched today. This is the 2020 winter edition, and you want to go to theresetgirl.com, and it will take from there. You will be led into the paradise that is the landing page. So it will give you all the deets, the size, the price, what's included, what your 2 options are. So please head on over to theresetgirl.com. Grace just got the Echo 2 days ago, so we're Echo twins. Hello. Okay. The Echo and Amazon Music membership for a total of $9. Yes, there is an Amazon Music membership. Like it's like an add-on, and I think once you have that, which we do, you have access to millions of songs. And I've been testing her DJ abilities. Like, what else? What song don't they have is what I've been testing. I have come across one, and I picked something really obscure, so I'm not surprised. But everything, I'm talking about songs going back to like when I was a kid, my teens, songs from 80s, like import English bands that I used to love in high school. I have tested them all, and Alexa's like, here you go, here you go. She's a great DJ. So that is super fun. That is something I really love. If you suddenly have a thought like, how much money did that movie make, or who was in that movie again? Like, me and my mom have those like chats all the time. Now we just ask her Alexa, and it tells her. So my mom loves this. This is so fun because she's very much a Google. How much money does Kevin Costner make a year? She's that person. So Alexa will tell you. She accesses the internets, and she combs all the websites that there are to provide an answer to you. It's super awesome. Mark made a really great cheat sheet that has all the commands so that you know how to ask or tell her things to get what you want quick. So he did that for us. He made us a cheat sheet. Aloha, Cori, I caught you live. Aloha, Billy Kilikimaka. SHML. If you would be so kind to give me your real name versus your super secret YouTube name, I will add it to my list. And that way I can be like, talk to you like a person and not, like the YouTube names that we come up with. See, I have a super secret YouTube name. Mine says The Reset Girl. No one would know that it's, my name behind it. So, Tess says that she bought her grandbaby an Alexa for music. Tracy says that we have an Alexa too. We even have her set to turn off and on their Christmas tree lights. That's next level. Hannah says we just got an Echo. We have child-minded children, and they love the Christmas features like North Pole News and Santa telling them stories. Man, we're missing out. Mark, we need to be listening to stories when we get in bed. We'll have someone read to us. How fun is that? I love that. Hi, Victoria. Misty says that they have an Echo and all the lights are controlled with it. So yes, they have different types of Echoes, and some people who kind of have more of like a smart house where you kind of like get everything like hooked up to like a main I don't know, hive or whatever you want to call it. You can get your lights, everything can get set up to it, and then if you have, you can put dots throughout the house. You can treat them like intercoms. You can talk to your kids like, hey, you better be doing your homework and not playing on your phone, that kind of thing. That's what I see. I don't know. I'm seeing all the fun stuff that they can do right now. I'm sure there's the dark side of Alexa. Misty says it tells the weather. Isn't that so fun? Judy says, have you seen the Foamimo printer? It's so stinking cute. I thought of the Crafty Club when I saw it online. I have Winter Rising Tuesday. Foamimo. Is that, I've been seeing these printers that they're like really tiny. And they print on paper that almost looks like receipt paper, like a roll of it. Is that what you're talking about? Anyway, I'm going to write down the name. Okay. All right, Shannon. I got you, girl. I will tell nobody your super secret name. There we go. So I'm going to add your SHML. Jennifer says it will play read aloud any Audible books you have. Can I make a recommendation? If you guys have not experienced this, I know many of you are book readers, and many of you have read the book A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. It is very much a classic book. There is an incredible audio version of it on Amazon, and I think when I bought it on Amazon, that takes you to the audible.com. I am not a super big girl on Audible books because I have a hard time being read to, but I will tell you that one is so worth owning because the author, I'm sorry, not the author, the reader reads with she kind of adds like a Brooklyn accent into how she reads it. And they add sound effects in the background. So it feels like some music. So it feels more like a little bit more of like a performance versus just being read to. And I love when Audible books do that. Then I feel like I'm more engaged. But that is my favorite Audible book I've ever heard, is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. And the way she reads it, she adds like the little Brooklyn ease into the way she talks. And it just makes it feel more lively, I think. When she talks, like when she's doing a guy, she makes a more guy voice, and you know what I'm saying? So love it. Love it, love it, love it. The other amazing Audible book I've heard in my life is The Mist by Stephen King. Before it became a movie and a TV series years ago, it was an Audible book. And I honestly don't know that it was ever like a book before it was the Audible book. I think he wrote like a teleplay and they turned it into this Audible version. And it was like acted out. It was almost like you were hearing like a radio show where they used to act out the parts. So there was a character voice for each character. It was like listening to actors versus just having someone read it. And maybe it was at the time we were listening to it, we were literally driving through the flatlands, the Central California at night, and the fog had rolled in. So it was a little bit, I don't know. It was a little bit chilling to be listening to that while you're like literally driving through the mist. But it was fantastic. So those are two that I would recommend if you kind of like, if you like Stephen King, if you like horror, I wouldn't call it a horror. It was disturbing, but it wasn't nearly as disturbing as the movie version that they made. And Tracy asked, do I have a podcast? I used to. I think you can access all of our episodes. It's the First Love Club podcast. And I think you can access it on my website, theresetgirl.com. I think we still have the what do you call that? Think, Cori. What is that word? Think. Alexa, help me out. Read my mind. Archives. Good grief. You guys, the longer you watch this show, I think we're all, as we age together gracefully, I think you're just going to watch that happen more and more. Me searching for words that are locked deep into my brain. If I could only just like plug Alexa in there and just be like, she can just sort that out for me. Wouldn't that be great? Victoria is asking if anyone has book or movie recommendations. And it's Christmas time, so I think a lot of us might have like our traditional movies that we watch at Christmas time. I have a couple movies that I love watching at Christmas time. The movie Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I remember the first time I watched it, I literally started over and watched it again. And it did have a kind of a Christmas, it was filmed at Christmas time kind of thing. So that counts. I watched Home Alone the other day, which I haven't seen in years. And boy, that's a violent movie, but it's really cute. It's so cute to see how cute and adorable he was then. I know a lot of you love Elf. Elf is super popular. I watched that for the first time last year. Didn't hate it. Will Ferrell is a mixed bag. Sometimes he does things that are ridiculous and sometimes he's hilarious. But he's a mixed bag. You just don't know what you're going to get with that one. He was in a fantastic movie that was on, I don't know, I can't remember if it was Netflix or Amazon. And I think it's called Everything Must Go. And he's going through a divorce and he's supposed to, I think he has to sell the house or something to fulfill the divorce settlement. And he's just very resistant to this whole idea. And it's kind of it's one of those movies I like. I like quirky movies that kind of feel almost like an independent movie. But Everything Must Go. He was actually really good in that. That was not that wasn't one of his, it's one of his unusual movies. So, Shar says that her Alexa keeps answering me. That's the downfall of talking about her, is that everyone who has one, all of yours are like going off going, yes, can I help you? Leslie says that Hitchhiker's Guide is a great listen, many versions. Thank you, Shannon. She says that's why TRG Ohana is so fabulous. Yes, it does matter to me. I don't want you guys to be a bunch of anonymous names on there. Like you guys are part of this, and it's not just me sitting here. It's like you guys talking to each other too, and having, being able to just chat. That just warms my heart. So you're so welcome, and I'm just grateful that you guys are here. So grateful that you guys are here. Because honestly, like, let's say I don't sell you guys a single thing. I have nothing to offer you. We're just hanging out. You craft, I'll craft. We just sit here. I would genuinely miss that part if I didn't do that anymore. I would feel very lonely. You guys fulfill a big part of, like, whenever I feel lonely, like you fulfilled that for me. And I hope that just snapping on our lights and being here for you, me streaming onto your phone or in your living room or wherever you're watching me, I hope that fulfills that for you. If you're going through a hard time mentally, you're just, a lot of you have depression. I have that as well. I have to slog through that too. Just feeling like sometimes, we just don't have anyone to craft with who gets our little crafty ways. I love that you want to show up and spend part of your day hanging out with me. And even when I'm supposed to be crafting, and clearly I'm just sitting here talking. So, but I would miss that. So that's something I realize is a big part of my heart, is like, I really enjoy it too. And that's kind of funny, because in the beginning, this was not fun. This was like super scary. And I don't know what I'm going to say. What if I can't think of anything funny? What if I don't entertain them? They're not going to show up. Then I'll be that kid who's inviting people over to their house for a party and nobody comes. Misty says that she recommends getting PureFlix. It's a family and Christian-based movies and shows. That's so cool. I have actually heard of different platforms. Is there Angel TV or something like that? Oh, and there's a new Little Woman. Isn't there a new Little Women? I think there is. Isn't there one in the theater right now? And it's got that actress's name. She has the most unusual name. It's so hard to say. She's from Ireland, I think. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? She's in that movie Brooklyn. It's so good. I couldn't even begin to guess what her name is. But she has talked about that in interviews, how her name is so hard to say that people struggle to say it because it looks one way and then you say it differently. And it's very much a name that you would find like in Ireland or Scotland. I can't remember now. Okay. Hi, Janet Dobson. I haven't seen your face in forever. Yay, I'm glad you're here. Kristen says, "Sir, thank you. You're giving me the name, and I can't say it." Okay, so Kristen has posted the actress's name that I was struggling to say, and you can see for yourself why it's hard to say. So I'm not even going to say it because no matter how I try to do it, it's not correct. But yes, she is in a new version of Little Women that's out in the theater, and there is also Next Christmas is in the theater, and that has Amelia Clark. She's so adorable. She was in that super cute movie Me Before You, You Before Me. What is that one called? Saoirse. Yes, pronounced Saoirse. Somewhere in between what I just said is her name. I'm trying. But yeah, I'm not alone. No one can say it. I've watched her go on different, like I've seen clips of it on YouTube where she's gone on like Jimmy Kimmel or somebody, some like a show like that. And they were talking about that. You would think that's the kind of actress that would change her name, because so many people change their name to be famous. And I kind of like that she stuck to her guns and she's like, no, this is my name. This is who I am. Deal with it, people. You try and figure it out. Okay, so good. Look at you. How many of you guys were able to get her name? She was also in that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong on this one, But isn't she the one in The Lovely Bones that has Mark Wahlberg in it? That's another movie that I really liked. That was very sad, and it was very hard to watch. What's his name? Be So Evil. Because I love that actor. Another actor I'm struggling to remember. Oh, he's so good. He was in Julia and Julia. He was married to Julia. You know that actor. He's bald, kind of on the shorter side. Okay, so yes, The Lovely Bones. So yes, good movie, hard to watch. I hated the end. Yes, agreed. She was also in Lady Bird. Stanley Tucci. Thank you very much, matey. Stanley Tucci. He's so awesome. And I love how he's played like opposite sides to Glenn Close. Meryl Streep. So he plays her husband with Julie and Julia, and then he plays her manservant when she bosses around in The Devil Wears Prada. But I love Stanley Tucci. He's hard to watch in The Lovely Bones because he's so evil and awful. Don't you hate that when someone you love just plays a character you just hate? But I guess that's how they get to be good actors, is that they can make you have emotion. We are so off the rails today. This is supposed to be the Crafty Club PlayBook party, and I'm just like talking about movies and what are you guys up to? I'm the worst marketer ever. Mark, are you ready to fire me? I'm surprised you're not sending me little messages. Can you get back on track? What the heck are you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna tidy up for a second because I made a really big mess, and he's gonna have to come in here to flip the camera down, and he'll be stumbling into all of my stuff per usual. So let me tidy up, clean up. So I just saw a question, Miss Natalie. The PlayBook is a double-sided print, and all of the printing directions you have print at home directions included when you purchase the PlayBook. We include those for you. So you have print professionally and print at home. So all of that is specifically covered. The very first folder, after you purchase it and you like open the little zipped file and they're all numbered 00, it says like, please, it says like read, print first, something like that. That's when you want to look through. And we give you the guidelines so that you won't be confused on what you're supposed to do. It's kind of tricky because everybody has different printers, and I don't know how everyone's little print window is going to say. Sometimes it'll say duplex. Sometimes it'll say print both sides. Sometimes it'll say print double-sided. The language can be a little different, but this is definitely a book. So you definitely want to print it double-sided. Misty says that we're crafting for motivation. Yes. Put these two videos together.
No, YouTube does it automatically. They do everything. They do everything automatically. Okay, I'm going to be the host for the rest of the live. I'll be crafting with you today in my Crafty Club PlayBook. My audience needs me.
I know. Okay. Here we go. And we're back. Hopefully. See, now I can't tell how long I've been on the live because, oh yeah, I can. I know I started at noon. So hi again. That was an unintentional break. We were separated by YouTube or something. I don't know. Our technology. I just appreciate that you just be like, yeah, this is just how this community rolls. You just have to develop patience to just know this deep in my heart. Every time this happens, I'm cringing so hard. I might look like I just played off and laugh it off, but I have come to it that crying in frustration after the camera goes off doesn't solve it either. So I just have come to the realization that I'm just going to have to laugh through it and make fun of it and joke around with you guys about it and just be like, this, we don't know why we're cursed. The curse of technology. It's a blessing and a curse. But what I can say is that when we do go back to our home state of Washington, and go look for a home, that I will not put my name on that contract unless I have tested the Late Night Crafty Club. I don't care if I'm setting up in the front yard of that house, but we are going to know that we will not have technology issues. Like if this is the property for us, it's going to have a nice clean stream. That's the test. I don't care how many bathrooms it has. There's a laundry room inside. I'm not even going to look for those features. It's all about Wi-Fi. Like we're going to make sure that's what it is. Crafting with Mr. Crafty, a great new and totally interesting, maybe live on YouTube for your entertainment only. Yes, Karen, that's what it would be. Mr. Crafty does have a YouTube channel. What's it called, Mark?
I don't know.
Are you up to 6? I think you have 6 subscribers.
I have 100 and some.
Oh, you have 100 now?
I do.
He started with 6, and then the last time we mentioned it, a lot of you guys went and subscribed to him. So you better start putting out content.
I've been cutting some stickers.
He's been cutting stickers. Awesome. Anna says that she just figured out how to get a better quality picture. Yeah, there's a lot of little tweaking things. I know once the video goes from a live into like being up on our YouTube channel, then it goes through this little process that if you click the gear, you can increase like the quality of the picture once YouTube has had it long enough to do something with it. But initially you will get kind of a grainier one, and then it's like, okay, yes, now it's all good. Now you can watch it clear. So I can only imagine what I look like on a big screen TV, but hopefully you can't see all my pores and wrinkles and if there's something in between my teeth, and now I'm like on your big screen. So yes. Oh, hi, Miss Alice. Hello. Across the pond, my traveling friend. Yes, we are, we're going to look for, well, first we need to qualify if we can even buy a home. And then secondly, we're going to look. So we might have to be renters again. That's all. I've been a renter the majority of my life. That's not, I just don't want to continue being a renter. I want to be able to like knock down walls and build the craft room of my dreams. Mr. Crafty and I might sleep in a tent in the living room, but I will have an amazing craft room. We're like, we'll sleep on a cot in the garage, but have an amazing craft room and studio to do this show, because we're paying our dues right now. We are paying our dues. This has been so painful since we have been in this RV. But anyway, so I would love for you guys to go see the landing page on theresetgirl.com. If you've not purchased your playbook, if you have questions about the playbook, go check out our landing page, because it is all designed to help answer questions, show you what's involved. You can always go back and watch. I did just do a whole flip through of my Crafty Club playbook, and I am going to film that for YouTube too. I need to do a separate YouTube video. So I have a few more touch points I have to cover that's going on with the Crafty Club playbook. But it is a new book, a new format. It comes with new printables. It is very delicious. New price. It's not on sale. It's at the regular price. Your eyes are not deceiving you when you go look at the landing page. And oh my gosh, I have to know, okay? I have to know, please. On the landing page, that guy that goes, what can I do to get you into this playbook today? Please tell me someone laughed at that. I just need one person to validate me and tell me that they laughed. Okay. Just one. It doesn't even have to be totally true. Okay, Leslie. Oh, thank you. She says, I did. I laughed. Okay, so there you go. Mr. Crafty just posted his YouTube channel for everyone to basically watch nothing. But that'd be funny. We'll switch all of our subscribers over to his channel. Maybe that will be better. My channel has already had issues. Yes, Alice, you do. You need to get back on board, girl. Get back on the Crafty Club playbook train. So thank you, Suzanne. She's like, I did. Michelle says, I chuckled. All right. Yes, crafts are fun. Nothing is mailed to you. This is not a physical product. It's a printable product. And in the workshop, I show you all of the, if you opt to buy the workshop, which shows you exactly how to put it together if you want step-by-step help. I also provide the links where you can purchase rings or discs. So this is the finished book. It's like a do-it-yourself book. One day, I hope to make this a physical product. I would love to. And I'm not even, like, I'll just tell you this right now. If I finally got that opportunity, I wouldn't even say, like, I wouldn't wait till next year to do it. If it had to happen this year, somewhere in this year, I would just do it. Like, here you go, middle of the year, maybe, fall, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that would happen, but if it did, I'm just saying it right now. I would not wait to have it like a fresh start in the winter. I would just crank it out because it would be one of those books. It was like a double year, like it'd be 2020/2021 is how I would do it. We use planners like that all the time, so I don't feel like that's horrible. Okay, so yes, Wendy says I may just have to set aside this year's playbook unfinished and just start with this new one. No judgment on doing that at all. So I'm picking up my ginormous 2019 playbook. All 4 seasons are in here. I believe I am finally completed with my summer. I did actually jump into my fall, which is the current season that I am in my playbook. I believe I finally got myself to the fall. It wasn't easy, and I did cheat. If you have not watched the last couple of Late Night Crafty Clubs or the PlayBook Power Hour that I did where I was actually crafting in here, I did show you my cheating maneuvers. I'm calling it cheating in a very playful way. There's no rules here. You can do whatever you want. Basically, I just decided that at this point, I wanted to just make this as easy on myself as possible. So I actually removed one of the art journaling pages from like each of the months. So what do we start with in the fall? So fall starts in October, or is it September? October, right? Yes. So starting in October, I think I just tore out that one extra, that one art journaling page. I tore it out of each month. That was A. Then I glued up, like I shut whole spreads closed. And I'll give you an example. So whatever was yes. So the currently spread that was in between in October, I glued it shut. Like I didn't glue it very good, obviously, but I glued it closed forevermore. So the evidence is gone. So I'm like, yeah. Because here's the thing. In October and November, Mr. Crafty and I were in New England. We were enjoying life. We were chasing leaves. Okay, I was enjoying life, and Mr. Crafty was the one chasing the leaves. We were touring, driving around. The crafting was not my priority. So I recognize that. And it's kind of foolish for me to go back and try and like fill it all up as if it was. It is what it is. Sometimes you're going to be in a season where you just are not able to craft for different circumstances. So that's why I decided, okay, I need to cut some of the sheets down in the months where I simply did not craft. I did, however, on my last PlayBook Power Hour, I did do some like grids. Oh, this thing is so heavy. I did do some grids. Like I did my art journaling pages with scraps. It was like, what would you call this? Scrap. We should make up a word for it. Scrap. It's everything that was in my scrap box. It was like is it scrap pages? I should call them that. Note to self. Alexa, make a note. Scrap pages. Don't be surprised if you don't see that become a new thing. Okay, let me see. I have to write this somewhere where I'm actually going to find it. Note to self. Scrap pages. I love the name of that. It's like my scrap stash. And that's what it's based on is, let me explain to you what a scrap stash is, where the scrap pages got built from. So when I process different scrap paper that I'm using, so whole pieces of paper, things that are just like larger, not necessarily a 12 by 12 because that won't fit. That's my Papa-Bear box. Then once I start chopping it up and it starts getting a little bit smaller and goes more into like a medium-sized piece of paper, then it's in my Mama Bear box. This is Baby Bear. This is my smallish pieces of paper. They're kind of like little, and I also have some embellishments mixed in here. It's a bit of a mess by design. This is kind of like I just throw all the crafty stuff in here, and like I might pick something like, ooh, look, a Camp Wanna-Craft shirt, or a little tag that says fun. So those are things that I might find in my scrap stash, which is what I went through and built these pages that I am now considering calling scrap pages. Because to me, that is a challenge in and of itself. You know, art journaling, I don't put any rules on you. I tell you, do what you like. Here's some prompts if you need them, but you can do what you like. Obviously, I use my art journaling pages to make these ones. But I think that's kind of a fun idea to kind of challenge you in a certain part of the playbook. Just say, hey, build these pages with your scrap stash. Because we should all be having a scrap stash. Even tiny little pieces where you've punched and left nothing behind, practically nothing behind. That right there that's real estate right there. These little strips, I could totally cut those and make little strips. I'm just saying, nothing should be sacred. Everything should be, you know, cycling through your scrap stash. It just sounds like such a funny word, scrap stash. Okay. See, look, this honey. I don't know how she ended up in my scrap stash, but this honey, this gorgeous little wintry honey, she was in something else this morning, but yeah, she's in here. See, it's like a mystery what lands in here. A mystery. I have all kinds of stuff in here. I have lots of pieces from the summer junk journal. Like, remember this? The Goonies was a movie we watched over the summer. Ticket to the Goonies. So all kinds of pieces, but essentially and you can find these type of boxes at Home Goods and TJ Maxx. They have the kind of like nesting boxes. Tuesday Morning often has nesting boxes. So this is what mine look like, and you can see that they kind of get progressively, like they start out big and then they get smaller. So this is my Papa-Bear. It's huge. And then it has my big pieces of paper in it. Most of this stuff is like magazine advertising. And you know what I just found in here? One of my very important photo crop tools. That would have been a disaster if I had lost that one. Okay. So what I'm showing you, my tricks, this is the stuff that I want to talk to you guys about when we have our declutter day in the Reset community on January 4th. And then I'm going to be adding another event to the calendar for Rebuild Day, where we are going to build back up our craft stash, our stuff. Many of you who are new to crafting are just like, well, where do you get all this stuff? Where do you find all these things? And what if I don't want to spend a ton of money, you know, investing in this? So I personally feel like I have a list of like the must-haves. You know, if I were going to say you must have these things to have fulfillment with crafting, I would just make my suggestions. Like, here's what I suggest is kind of like the top level. So like, here's the must-have. Nice to have, gravy. Like, if you have money in your budget, someone gives you an Amazon $25 gift card, you know, you have some spending money. These are like, would be really great to add to your, you know, more expensive tools or stuff, like some punches that are kind of like fun to have, more fun things, I would say. So I think that would be helpful to a lot of our community members. And I'm going to put that up on my website where you can just print it and be like, okay, here's my list. I honestly do not use a ton of scrapbook stuff. I tend to buy it, but I don't seem to reach for it much. I tend to use a lot of stuff that it's not really stuff like that. It's not craft stuff. It's like office stuff. It's like office forms. I buy a lot of ephemera, like old stuff that somebody else has cut up into like nice little pieces. And I buy packs of that and just kind of have it. Part of it depends on your style. part of it depends on your budget. So, but a lot of us, you know, many of us, Jennifer says, no scrap left behind. Many of us are on a budget. Many of us are still raising kids, you know, some of us. So I'm sorry. Mr. Crafty just posted a message on our little message board. 3 hours into the live. Are you going to craft? All right. Okay, Mr. Crafty, this is true. It's just, hi, Marie. She's like, good morning. So I'm taking it that you're not here with us in America. You must be elsewhere. Bye, Nikki. You know what I need to do for you guys? I feel like I need to make like special little reminder cards or something that you can make a note on where you left off when you had to leave the live. Like I was watching up to this time point because then when you go back to watch the replay, you'll know where you were. Because I'm sorry, not everybody can hang through a 3 hour to 4 hour live. Let's face it. You guys are amazing. And I still have 151 of you in the chat room. In the chat room, that's not like necessarily who is watching. I think you can still watch and not be involved in the chat room. Is that true? I think that's true. Okay. So Natalie says, I have so much stuff I could fill an entire room and still have stuff left over. In fact, I have filled an entire room and I have stuff in my attic. So yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like many of us are like that. I wish there was like some organization that you could send all of your craft materials to and they would like break it up and give it to people. I wish that magical place existed. Okay. Mr. Crafty is saying we need to get on this, but I don't know. Misty says that she has an official Reset Girl desk in her craft room. The official Reset Girl desk. Excellent. Craft hoarders unite, Shannon says. Yes. And it's some stores are just you have to know. We have, I think all of us are pretty self-aware when it comes to those tendencies we have. We joke about it, but I think that you have to know yourself well enough to know that I will not walk into Tuesday morning and not buy something. So if that is a temptation for you, perhaps we should not walk into Tuesday morning. If that's something you're like, I'm trying to save money or I'm trying to be more, you know, intentional. I look at Tuesday morning as a place for like browsing, not necessarily like there's a certain item they sell. The only time I've gone in there where it was for a very long time, they had, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to straighten it up before I show you. They had these like small little stationery organizers, and they do have them. There was a time where they had really cute ones. I have not personally seen the cute ones. I don't even know which brand this is. Graphique. Why do I feel like I know that name from something? Anyway, this was $5, $5.99. And I put stickers on it, these little stickers. I think they're, yeah, this was one of the very first things I bought as a little planner girl. And it has done many different jobs for me. It has held different items. But I find that these type of little cardboardy stationery holders are things that are worth keeping your eye open for as a crafter. They're great for your desk. And Tuesday morning often has a lot of that type of cardboardy organization stuff. They've got nesting boxes. They have stationery holders. So that's what I would say. They're great to go take a peek in because they're pretty consistent about that kind of stuff. But try and avoid looking at all the other things. Don't look at anything else. Okay, so let's see what we're up against here. I feel like I should at least try to do a couple pages in my Crafty Club playbook because, hello, the new playbook has launched today. It's the new Crafty Club playbook. I'm just going to hold this up while I craft. So it's like my perpetual commercial. Okay, I have to say the last, what did I do last? PlayBook Power Hour. So the last PlayBook Power Hour, which was 3.5 hours long, and I did lots of crafting on it. If you've not watched it, you might want to watch it today because clearly I didn't do much crafting in this show, and it's 3 hours. But I did make a lot of progress in here, and you can see some of the stuff I did. Some things are a little more time consuming than others. The Dress the Honeys are time consuming for me. Okay, so I'm just I'm taking an assessment, looking through to see what I've done. The last time we had a PlayBook Power Hour, I think we filled in our Christmas list, which was a lot of fun. I took a poll in the group about what was the stuff you guys wanted when you were kids, and then I made a list of what I wanted as an adult. Skincare products was number 1 on the list. Did you guys hear that? The landscaper just showed up next door. The house next door is on the market. There's a for sale sign in front of it, so now it has all these people coming over to take care of it while they're trying to sell it. Okay, it's kind of interesting because the people who lived in it before were renters, and they were very colorful. There were a lot of visits from our local police, which was nice. Lots of foot traffic, lots of people making really quick visits and then leaving. You do the math. So I'm very, very, very grateful that they're gone, because that really bothered me that my mom lives here alone and she didn't have what appeared to be wholesome neighbors. So they are no longer there, and the house is for sale, and it's been completely redone. It's like they totally flipped it. So now it's just a matter of who will be the neighbors. Okay, so what I did do in this book is I appeared to have gotten a lot of the photo, what do you call it? My memory keeping. I finished all the memory keeping in my book. Sorry, I keep saying the wrong word. In my fall. Get it out. Cool. So everything is complete for my, okay, that was just not even true. I have these 4 spots left. We're halfway through December. So I think what I need to do is I have to get, I'm going to do a picture of the mini golf tournament we had the other day. I took the funniest picture of my mom. I told her to pose with her golf clubs as the champion of the day. So she took a couple of pictures. One, she took golf clubs and she crossed them in front of her and looked up like she was an angel. So I have that one. And then I have her with a pair of them in her hands, and she's making the sumo pose on the green. So my mother, I love her so much. So I have those to choose from. And then we're still halfway through December. So technically, I can't really finish December. December is not finished yet. So while you're here, let me remind you that we have the next big crafting session is going to be New Year's Day, and I will be doing, I do not remember the time, so I would encourage you to go look it up on the resetgirl.com and hit the calendar, and you will see what time it starts. But we're going to be having a New Year's Day craft-a-thon, and I will be in this book. As God is my witness, I will be in this book. This shall be done. I don't care what I got to do, but in between now and then, I will be here. So we want to finish our playbooks for December if we can. For fall, I should say. There's a whole, it's not just my December I need to finish. So my hope, now that I am over today's launch, we have officially launched the playbook. It is officially off my plate. The next 2 weeks, I get to just enjoy being a crafter like you guys. So I'm going to be a crafter. I'm going to hopefully do some PlayBook Power Hours. I'm determined. This has been a quest for me, because I'm not just giving this lip service and just telling you guys, oh yeah, get your playbooks done. I'm really trying to get this done. I want that wonderful feeling that I have talked about all year long, about when we finish, we're going to do that flip. And I would love for you, if you guys know how to work your phone, if you can just put up a video, you can do it in the Crafty Club almost said the playbook, the Crafty Club group. We're gonna make a post and you guys can share your flip throughs. Just grab your cell phone and with good lighting so we can see it, and then film yourself flipping through whatever you have, whatever seasons you have. So that, my dream is about to come true, y'all. I'm about to have my epic 4 seasons worth of stuff done. My fall will look a little sparse, but I can live with that. You make sacrifices based on, you know, I have done no gratituding. Apparently I've been a very grateful person. So now I'm going back through it again, going, I think I've kind of done all the easy things that I could do on camera, and I think that's part of the problem, is I have harder things left to do. Let me see. It's the honeys. Those honeys, man. I have a love-hate relationship with them. Boy, do I love making their clothes, but boy, does that take a long time to do. Okay, basically, I am correct. I think I have done all the easy things. I've done all the art journaling. That is true. All I have left are honeys, dress the honeys, gratitude, memory keeping, stuff that's boring to watch. So I guess I'm gonna do one of my dress the honeys pages. That's what we're doing today. 3 hours in, and you guys get one page out of me. But at the same time, did I promise crafting? Did it make it seem like that's what this was going to be? It was a launch party, right? That's what the focus has been. Because the truth is I don't know. I'm not sure how crafty I feel right now. I'm having more fun just hanging out with you guys, to be perfectly honest. Oh, Michelle's like, bye all, I'm going to try and print the playbook. Yay! Okay, bye, Miss Logan. I hope are you leaving us? Bye, Deborah. Enjoy adulting. Misty says, well, you're grateful vocally. I appreciate that. Bye, Lynn. Enjoy your Christmas lighting parade. Oh, that's something that me and my mom did too the other night on the 12th. So we went and did mini golf, and then that night there was a little Christmas lights parade in her little tiny town. It was adorable. I made a note that I wanted to tell you guys about it because Natalie says that she needs a new photo printer. Right now I have the little Polaroid Sync. Okay, let me show you really quick. But I wanted to tell you guys about the hang on, I have a whole bin of pocket photo stuff. Okay, so let's just accept the fact that I'm not doing really a whole lot of crafting right now or today. I did a little bit of crafting in our faithful club, but today was about this. So let me show you what I got here. So I have 2 pocket printers. I have the HP Sprocket Plus. This is a really good. Of all the ones I have, I also have the LG Popo, which I don't actually have in this bin, but it was my first pocket printer and I was really happy with it until there was a few more generations of pocket printers, and then they started really stepping up their game. So a lot of people love the Sprocket. The Plus, the pictures are slightly larger. So I think they're like a ½ inch bigger. So I believe these are a 2x3 size pocket printer, but the Pocket Plus is you get a 2.5 by 3.5. I think. I feel like that's true, but let me see. When I bought it, I bought the wrong type of print. The other, let me see, Pocket Plus. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's 2.3 times by 3.4. So I've been happy with this, but I will say the other one I love, and it's not in this bin either. Where is everything? The other pocket printer I have is an Instax. And the Instax has is more like a Polaroid style film. So it pops right out and it has that really delicious little Polaroid style printing, whereas this is just like a flat photo. I had to think about it where it was. I took it with me to New York and did not use it once. So I also have the Instax, and this is the Instax Share. This is the SP3. This is a fairly newer one, and it comes in it. Well, doesn't come with, but you use this type of printer paper with it. This actually produces a better photo than the HP, in my opinion, when I put them side to side. Then finally, those are pocket printers, and the other printer I recommend is the Epson PictureMate. This, for a little desktop printer, like a little photo printer, this is magical. And if I were to, like, depending on how you're using this, if this is just really, you just want to be able to do this at your desk, I would recommend this over the pocket printers. Pocket printers are great for like taking with you on a trip, but unless you truly are printing and actually doing it on the trip, I would do your printing at home and use this one. But some people, Amy Tan travels with this, Amy Tangerine, she takes this with her. So I remember seeing that. So that is my response to you, and you're saying I have a Polaroid, whatever, and I don't love it. So those are the printers that I use and really like. They have different purposes. The Instax and the Sprocket are very, very similar. The pictures just look different. This looks more like a Polaroid, and this is more like a flat photo. So that's, to me, the biggest difference. I don't feel like this is so much better that this stinks. It's just, it produces two different types of photos, in my opinion. Pocket printers are just not perfection. There's always issues with them. They're just not, they're not as awesome as just the PictureMate. That's my opinion. Okay, so those are all my pocket printing supplies. So, yay. I actually did have that handy to show you guys. Okay. Yeah, Natalie says that she likes the bigger Epson one. A lot of people like the Epson PictureMate. It really is good. And I judge a printer on how user-friendly it is, whether or not I had to go look up tutorials. If I can just figure it out without looking up, really like looking at directions, and I can just figure it out intuitively by touching buttons on my phone or the app it comes with, if I can just do that, then I call that a win. I give that a star, just because, well, they made it easy enough for someone like me to figure out. And I don't consider myself to be super high-tech person. So yes, Chandra, I totally will be doing that, girl. She says, please list your printers and share with us your favorites. So I actually have the ones I just showed you. They are listed on my favorites page currently. But having said that, I am going to do a video where I talk about my little printers, and I talk about the photo paper, all the papers that I've found, the 32-pound, the photo paper I recommend that's $5 for 50 sheets. So that the next few weeks, I have a little wish list of YouTube videos that I am really excited to be making, because I haven't been really doing that much. And that's what I mean. You have to stop doing, you have to say no to things so you can say yes to other things. I feel like my poor little YouTube channel is so neglected. The only thing I ever upload are just lives. And there's some people that go, 3 hours, I'm not watching that. And then they'll never hear anything else I have to say because I've made my videos so long. I'm trying to see if I had written down anything in here about my YouTube videos. So see, like the last time I was writing stuff about that was way back in like July and August. So I made a new list. I want to do some videos that are more about self-care, like get unready with me. So if you're a person, I personally love doing my morning routine, my skincare in the morning while I watch YouTube or like, listen to something. So I thought, well, it'd be fun if I filmed myself doing my like getting unready, taking off my makeup, doing my evening routine. That could keep somebody company when they're doing it too. This was my thoughts. So I wanted to do some of that. I also subscribed to a couple subscription boxes lately, like the Glow Addict box and BoxyCharm. So I thought I would do an unboxing on that, just to kind of like have some other content too. I wanted to show you my my planner set up for 2020. I want to do a video about my new Bible for 2020 that I got. It's so yummy and delicious. And I wanted to do some reviews of things that I have and just talk to you about them because I really like that. I like sharing some of the stuff that I truly love and helping you guys get ready for Declutter Day and Rebuild Day. So those are coming. They're in the works. And I've officially decided to put this away. So Rebecca says the Epson Picture Mate and a Cameo 4 are on her Christmas wish list. I wish you all the best, Rebecca. I hope Santa brings those to you. Dawn says that she checks the favorites list a lot. Well, thank you. I did update it recently. I did update it with the new paper that I mentioned earlier, the $5 photo paper. And I did go back and add all like the notebooks. I have been telling you guys, if you want to do the Harmony Retreat with me, this is the book we'll be using as like one of the bullet journal type books. So this is going to be your little crafting tool. It's going to cover 3 areas, your mind, body, and spirit. So I'm going to show you different areas, different things that you can put in here to help you kind of like track those things, cultivate those things. When it comes to the mind, my focus is going to be about our creativity, using that as self-care, mental health. So there are some tricks and tips that I do secretly behind the scenes to help keep me inspired, motivated, ready to go. So I have no excuses. So those are the things I want to show you. I use Pinterest a lot as an organizational tool. And so that's where I'm going to be pulling from some of those things to put in here. I want to show you how you can make vision board pages in here, how you can make pages all about like the new you. Sometimes it helps to be able to see yourself if you're kind of on a health and fitness journey. It's really wonderful to build your new life, what that's going to look like and what that's going to feel like, and building tools, having places to track information. So that is my goal with the Harmony Handbook. It's kind of like all the other little areas of our life too. And our creating and crafting is part of our mental health. And that will have a place in here, but I'm also going to fill it out with some other ideas. And hopefully my team is also going to have some ideas to share. Otherwise it might just be me. So, but I've done that before. Camp Reset was kind of just me before. I like it having the other girls do things too, because then you guys get other ideas that I won't think of or do. And they're much more crafty, and I think they're just more willing to try a lot of different things, where I'm kind of like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm like a one-trick pony. That's just what I like. I'm just a simple crafter, simple and lazy. That's why I like having other teachers involved, because then they can give you other perspectives and teach you things I just don't know how to do. So we'll see what this shall bring, but I'm very excited for this. I can't wait to like start playing with this. This is what I'm going to be playing with so that I can film my ideas, my workshops. So I need to have like a prototype and then have one to actually, film with. So that is what Cori shall be doing here back at the ranch. So, yay! Rebecca says, thank you for introducing me to Hot and Flashy's channel. If you ladies are interested at all in any type of skincare, I highly recommend Hot and Flashy. Her name is Angela. Her channel is called Hot and Flashy on YouTube. And her whole focus is skincare and beauty for women who are in their 50s. I'm in my 40s, but I have derived lots of good. She doesn't even look like she's 50. She looks amazing, and she is just very on top of it with the skincare routines and stuff. So I've picked up many things that she has recommended, and what I love about her is she's not jumping on like whatever like that new shiny product is. She's focused on the research of like, what ingredients really does your skin need to fight back? What does the research prove that your ingredients are needed? So she looks for things based on what ingredients do they have. And that's what she focuses on, testing out and trying. And when she sees results, that's what she shares. So that's what I love, is she is going before you and doing a lot of research, and it's not based on like whatever brand just gave her free makeup to try. but she definitely is like a person I look up to a lot for reviews and stuff. So that's where my skincare, some of my products have derived from, is watching her. And so I've been really, that was one of my goals this year, is keeping up with that. So I feel like pretty good about like, yep, this is something I do and I really enjoy it now. I didn't love it in the beginning, but I do now. And so I thought, well, this is something, you know, me and my friends should be doing anyway. So I may as well add it to my repertoire. And either people are going to just unsubscribe to me like crazy, be like, I don't want to watch this, or new people will come that do like stuff like that. There's just not a ton of people on YouTube who talk about beauty or skincare or any of that kind of stuff for women our age. It's a very much tinier amount of people. And it's not that I'm an expert. It's simply like, oh, I'm just going to do this. And you guys can, just like we're doing right now, talking and chatting, or I'm talking and chatting. And that is what I want to, you know, offer to you as part of my community. So the Crafty Club Playbook, are we loving it? Has anybody got it like set up yet? Has anybody started diving into the the workshop videos? Are we loving the Teachable platform and how awesome it is? It's awesome, isn't it? I absolutely love it. It's so nice. Like as a user, it's just so nice how it's all set up, and it keeps track of where you've left off with watching. And it's all ready to go, like next video, set up for the next one. Just go ahead. It's just super wonderful. Yay, Chandra. She says, I'll still be here. I'll watch you. Sloan says, I love Hot and Flashy. She is great. Yeah, she is. I really like her. There's another one too. Anne Marie. I can't remember her full name of her channel, but Anne Marie is another one that I enjoy watching, that she talks a lot about skincare as well. She's really great with selling out products. Like whatever she mentions, boom, it's so hard to find, or it's gone instantly. So Diana, thank you so much. She's like, I'll watch you too. So, so many of us, you know, when I talk about self-care and camp reset and everything, wait, is that right? Did I just say that? Sounded weird when I said it. Camp reset. Why does that sound weird to say it? Camp reset. That's it. That's the name of the camp. It was Camp Reset, and then it was Camp Wannacraft. That was weird. That was a weird, like my brain was just like completely disassociated from that title. It's like, was that right? Can you guys validate me? We called it Camp Reset. Yes, Mark? Weird. Okay. That's all my brain.
The first one Camp Reset, and the next one was Camp Wannacraft.
We did 2 camp resets in a row, and then we did Camp Wannacraft. Okay. I think I'm something, a wiring came loose or something. So we talked a lot about self-care. We talked about, you know, the goals and habits that we wanted to have in terms of like taking care of our bodies, moving more. For me, it was about establishing, taking care of like my skincare and dental health. Those were 2 things that were like always on my list. Of course, the other things like exercise and all that. And that's going to be something, again, I'm hoping that this is going to help and spurn me forward, because something has to change. Yay, Jen says that she did Camp Reset in 2017. That was her intro to TRG. Yes. Love hearing that. Okay, thank you, Mark. Beauty by Anne Marie. That's the other channel that I really love. That's all about skincare. And I would highly recommend, because they are they will talk at length about things where I'm going to keep it super high level, and it just be like, here, I'm using these products. If you want to know more, go to this channel. that's how I plan on handling it, because I don't want to, I'm not an expert of any kind, and I just want to be like, point you to the people who have spent the time talking, you know, researching and that kind of thing. Yes, B is right. She's like, it's probably tiredness, hydrate, snack stat. The only snacks I have in here are all bad ones. Not anything I'd want to eat on TV on a camera, like dark roca. These are the kind of cans that one buys for like the family to enjoy at the holidays. But no, I bought it for myself so I could eat it like a little squirrel back here. Okay. Whew. That does taste good. Okay. So what time are we at? We're at 3:30. We're 3.5 hours into this live. And I'm trying to decide what I should do here. What, Mark? That was rude and hurtful, Mark. He's like, he probably wants to go. We haven't eaten yet, or I had cold pizza first thing this morning. That was my breakfast. We haven't adulted very well in the last couple days because we've just really wanted to make sure this got up, and I have not heard anyone say it's crashed. I can't get in. I saw a couple questions in the very beginning about that, but it seems like you guys are just kind of like, bye Misty, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you hopefully. The 28th is the next time I'll be doing a live. It will be for chapel crafting, and then New Year's Day will be a day of crafting, and I promise you I will be crafting. I will also be crafting in the next 2 weeks. You guys will see if you're on our texting platform. Be sure to get on our texting platform, and we can let you know, hey, Cori's going to do a power hour. I try to give you guys like 24 hours notice that I'm going to do it. I kind of stagger it different ways. Sometimes it's kind of earlier in the day, which is more friendly to like international folks. And then sometimes it's later in the day for West Coasters. Sometimes it's here for East Coasters. So when I do them, I try and bounce around at different time frames so that they kind of hit different groups, because there's just never a perfect time. The text reminder that you want to send is you want to send the letters TRG to the number 94253. And if you do that, you'll be able to get on our list, and we'll send you a little reminder. If you are an international girl, you are not left out. There apparently is an app that you can download called Text Now. And Text Now allows you to have a US phone number that you can use to opt into texting programs. I don't know anything about like the cost of it or anything like that. One of our international members is the one who mentioned it to us and said, this is what I do. But you can go on their app and it will explain to you in detail what's involved. But that is the workaround if you want to opt in. So it's TRG to 94253. And we will let you know when we do a PlayBook Power Hour. There will be a couple text messages. We'll try to do it 24 hours beforehand, and then like maybe an hour or two before, another reminder will go out to let you know, hey, we're about to go live. Get your PlayBook. Which I think now that I've kind of looked through and assessed, which I should have done before we started, but now I can see that what I have ahead of me is more of stuff that's like kind of off camera-ish, because no one's going to want to watch me fill in my gratitude page or my documented page. That's going to take me some time to like think about what I did this month. You know what I mean? So the dress the honeys are what's left. Those are more fun to do in a live. So that's what I'm going to try and tackle, and just anything else that I can see that is kind of like anything I can do on camera that would be remotely interesting to you, I will try to do. Like I can see like there's just some journaling left to do here. I'm kind of in that awkward phase where I don't have the fun, easy things that I can do anymore. I kind of did them. I really caught myself up a lot in the last power hour. That 3.5 hours, I made the most of it. I really did. So I'm actually further along than I thought that I was. So I will be here for you nonetheless. I will be doing, I'm trying to decide so I'm going to be doing an epic YouTube video to show my final flip through as soon as I finish it. And then I will be ready to move into my Crafty Club Winter Edition on January 1. So I hope that you will mark your planner. I hope you choose to spend time with the crafty community. that we are, and that we can plan that day. So let's like have a fun day of crafting, and then a few days later we'll get to work and do our declutter. I think that sounds good. So December 28th is the next chapel crafting, and I think that is it for the time being. If you missed my announcement earlier, we are not having a collection launch. We are not going to be doing monthly collections in 2020. We're going to scale back and kind of go a different way in how we build products, what we offer to you guys. We're kind of going a different way. I would like to offer you workshops. That's the name of the game for me, is I want to do more workshops. All the things I've been telling you guys I'm going to do, I never get to them because so many of our monthly projects I can never get there. So they must they must be retired, or they must be on hiatus. So we're going to start doing some physical product. Me and Mark are going to be up for the challenge and start doing some shipping. So we're going to have special products that we're going to have manufactured and ship. And they'll be limited edition, because there'll be very limited amounts that we'll be able to offer. And the store will like open for this little window of time, and then it will shut. Because we can't do it all the time. We're not equipped to be a full-time online store. So it will be like, hey, the doors are going to open, and we'll be on a new platform because our website. So we're going to be making that switch as well. So we have the Crafty Club PlayBook, fresh and new, with an awesome printable kit at an amazing low price. Again, designed to attract new members. And now we have a fresh workshop to go with it to help you build it. And the next workshop will be focused on something else. So more workshops, more faith product, more a faithful version of the Crafty Club PlayBook. I want to do a faith version. So yeah, and more YouTube, more content. That's my goals. So I appreciate how many of you guys hung out with me to the bitter end. It was a long live for no crafting, but lots of chatting. You guys got your full view look of the playbook, and I will be filming another one that will not be so chatty, obviously, and just flipping through it so that you guys can easily see it. If you're not making that purchase, if you're watching me on a replay right now, I hope that you're ready to pull the button. Wait, not pull the button, push the button. And the resetgirl.com is where all of the information about the playbook and the Playbook Plus workshop live. That's where you can go. You cannot find it by going just to my store. You have to go to the landing page. That's where all the information is. If you purchase the book alone, the book and kit, you have to buy from my shop. If you want the bundle with the workshop, you have to go to Teachable. So we are dividing you up and splitting you off. So you need to make that decision up front if you want that workshop at this point. There is no a la carte version of the workshop today. So I highly recommend it if you're a person who you really like hand holding, and and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mean to say that in any negative way. I like my hand being held for a lot of things. But if you just need someone to kind of you want to watch me actually perform all the just putting it together, then that would be perfect for you. Otherwise, no matter what you choose, you do have instructions that have to do with the assembly, and you have instructions that have to do with what's involved in setting up either the discs or the loose bound rings. And then you also have printing directions, whether you choose to have somebody print it for you or print it at home. So you are equipped to do this. If you are tech savvy, you're confident, you're, like I said, you're the Indiana Jones of the crafting world. If that's who you are, go ahead and grab the book, because the book and the kit alone, because chances are the workshops, you might already be past all that, and the workshops are designed for people who just don't want to figure it out. They just really want someone to just walk them through it, and it feels more intimate because it's like someone's literally showing you right there in front of you. And then, hey, if you want to try making your cover a different way than Cori and Caroline made it, here's how Here's how Candy made it. And then here's some other divider ideas, because Claudia and Candy both share other divider ways to make the dividers or embellish the dividers. There's also Candy shares how you can fill the pocket pages that Cori tells you that you should add. So that's what's up in the workshop. And there's 16 videos total in there. So that's a lot, but that's it will cover the gamut. So if you, if somebody buys the playbook for the first time 6 months from now, they can still purchase that workshop because it will be available alone at that point. They will be able to purchase that and know how to build it. So that is like the foundational workshop that will live on that website forevermore. Number 1 will always be about the building your book. And then we will show you other things you can do in subsequent workshops. So, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you. Thanks, Jen. She's like, the landing page is super cool. I love that landing page with all my heart and soul. I just think it's so cute. Bye, I'm Willis. Thank you. Well, thank you for hanging out with us, and I hope the rainstorm passes soon. Thank you, Miss Chandra. Thank you, Terry. Yay. You guys, thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you for your purchase of the playbook. If you're not pushing the button. If you're not pushing the button today, I hope that you do soon. But know this, it's not a sale price. The prices are not going to change. That is the price of the winter playbook. It will be the price of the winter playbook. Its whole little lifespan. And the workshop bundle, that's the price. It's not going to change on you. That's it. So you don't have to worry if the finances aren't there because Christmas isn't here and you have to do it later in the month. All is well. No worries. We appreciate your time. If you're literally here listening to this message right now, whether you're a replay viewer or here in the live, thank you for watching me. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I cannot wait to be crafting with you in 2020 and our new book. It's going to be a fabulous, delicious winter. And thank you guys. I hope that all of you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas. I'll see you in some upcoming power hours, but just in case you're not able to join me, hear me now. I love your little faces. Merry, Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank you so much for being part of our family. Bye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Mr. Crafty's coming to hang up. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Your big fingers.
Yeah, I wish there was a better way of doing that.
More elegant way.